So Hormone Bros.
Okay, we're
is
up.
that doing good for you? The traffic.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm Tom Martino for Ideal Home Loans for your
Yeah,
next
it's good.
Ideal Home
I
Loans.
mean,
Ideal
even the
Home
new
Loans,
location,
if
we've
they
gotten
do a
quite a bit of
refinance for you, they
people
put you in a
have
better
asked me
position
who are
than
those
you were
hormones
before.
that
And being
they're
in a
not going
better
to forget
position
it.
than
Oh,
you
no.
were before means
No.
you have a shorter term
And they
Most people come in and
they come in and like,
consolidated
yeah, they're like, who's the
I love it.
who are all the bros? So it definitely has caught on with them.
Yeah, he has your credit card.
Accidente.
So I'll make sure see it.
We're
up.
They will refinance you free.
Well, whether or not.
Oh, I gotta do that YouTube.
YouTube. Whether you are refinancing or buying, check out their
Video.
It's like a cash offer. Yes, you're already.
He said, Ross, did you talk to him? He's still good for today?
Yeah, 1:30.
Is the appraisal.
Appraisal 145.
We swapped it.
Idealhomeloans.com. They're also on my referral list.
Yeah, yesterday wasn't much of a workout.
Oh, it's horrible, man.
Really sucked.
I did. I'm gonna kick your ass today.
Racquetball?
I didn't even.
Over.
I felt no pain.
I played.
Oh, I can destroy.
Oh, here we go.
You guys are like afraid to.
We used to play handball a lot.
You know what?
Yeah.
I did that years
Yeah.
ago. I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, it's fun.
I enjoyed it more than racquetball.
I
Really?
learned that in Florida. That was
What?
a big
It's
deal in
Florida, but
Florida.
Was it
that's a lot of
outdoor?
running.
Did you do outdoor?
Yes, that's
It's
all
a
I
lot
did.
more running because you don't have your racket, obviously.
Right.
Your shots are more
I'm the
precise.
best at handball that
Yeah.
you have ever seen.
Best, Jerry.
I'm the best.
I'd say we got pretty good for a little while.
Oh, I love
Did some
handball.
tournaments. And
Yeah.
So
stuff.
just pray you never see a handball court.
I
It's harder in your
watched.
hands too, though, isn't it? Even
Oh
with
yeah.
the glove.
Well, you wear
Just
like a underpad and
Yeah,
glove.
but still, I
But
heard.
it's still the first time until
He
your
will
hand
be
gets
destroyed.
Yeah,
That's what I
it
heard.
hurts.
I've never.
until your hand gets numb,
Right.
which sounds bad. You know, the first few shots really sting.
It's a harder ball.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it doesn't bounce as
It's not as
much.
hard as the
I
squash ball.
uploaded a video
It's kinda in the
and I
middle of
can't
it, yeah.
find the damn thing.
It bounces pretty good, but it's hard.
It's fun though. It's a lot of fun.
It looks like there wouldn't be as many rallies. because
Here's
of
the
all
problem.
There's not.
Do you wear the glove?
Yeah.
You have to. wear it.
Well, you have to, but you know what?
It'd be really tough.
What I meant was the help glove.
Oh, the padding, the help glove underneath.
And also it has just a little wider fin.
Yeah.
For what?
Well, okay, look at the surface, okay?
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking hard. You got a guy with a big hand, he has you can buy gloves that have little like...
Big as a paddle.
Yeah, it's like
No, not the pad.
Also, just use a tennis racket.
It makes sure, it kind of exaggerates
yeah, because a lot of it is that's where the surface where you're hitting.
So they take it, and the glove will have a fin.
You know what? Let's
Yeah.
just get him in there to play. Let's just get you to play. You want to play today with us?
What?
Let's do it. I even got a racket you can use. I'll buy you.
I don't
I'll buy you a
wanna- I don't
mitten,
wanna
whatever you
embarrass
want.
Yeah, a mitten. A mitten.
I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show where we are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, making your life just a little easier. Today, the Hormone Bros are in the house. Revitalize Health. We got John and James with us today. Joe's back taking care of biz. Hey, the Hormone Bros. If you have any questions about hormones, we'll talk about that. But anyway, anything on your mind, let's talk. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I think that Frank is a superhero. I can't say Marvel because they'll write me a letter saying you can't say it. And I can't say DC because they'll say I can't say it. So here's what I'm going to say. He's a decent man and marvelous superhero. 303-920-1622. I remember when I had a phone company, and Quest wrote to me and said, we're better than Quest. You know, why don't you get away from Quest and go to Liberty Bell? And Liberty Bell was taken over by Dish. Anyway, I started that phone company years ago. Was one of my favorite things to do. And we would have cheaper, better, faster, all that. So anyway, they wrote to me and said, you cannot use the word, you can't use our word, Quest. You can't say Quest. And then Comcast wrote to me and says, you can't use the word Comcast. It's ours. So I did my commercials in a different way. I said, request Liberty Bell. And I said, and come cast your vote for the best. Come cast your vote for Liberty Bell and request. Anyway, that was just a fun thing. So welcome, folks. What's going on, Mela? What's happening with you? I'm your consumer advocate. I hope we can help you. Malia. Is it Malia?
Yes.
Hi,
hello.
Malia.
How are you?
What's new?
What's new? Well, first of all, thank you for your quick response to our request for assistance.
Yes, and I want to mention you are one of the people that contact us, and we get back to you. I promise people that if they write to us, help@troubleshooter.com, and leave information for getting back to them, or call 303-MARTINO 24/7, we will absolutely get back to you. So thank you. What's going on?
Well, this isn't a consumer issue, as I explained. This is an issue with the armed services, the Army in particular. And this is a family whose service member is a captain and a physician assistant. He is dedicated
Well, what's
his
the
life
problem?
to service. So the problem is that the Army is not responding appropriately to they're not responding appropriately. They have been told that the family cannot relocate to Texas, and they are due for
Where is this soldier right now?
He's in Texas.
And he wants to relocate where?
No, he does not want to relocate. He's in Texas.
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
And his family went through all the paperwork and got all the approvals.
For what?
For the family staying in the state of Colorado due to a medical necessity.
See, I guess that's what confused me. He is stationed in Texas, right?
Yes.
Why does his family need permission to go anywhere?
They don't need permission. Typically, family goes with, unless there's some reason that they need to stay where they are. And they got approval to stay in Colorado.
That's what I'm getting at, approval.
Yeah.
I have never heard of that before. That's what was confusing me. Malia, what I mean is this. If a soldier, a Marine, a sailor, or someone is if they're an airman, if they are stationed somewhere, the family, I have never known of a family to have to apply to stay home. I don't even understand what you're saying. You're saying this kid, or this soldier, I'm sorry, this man, is in Texas, and his family got approval to stay in Colorado. That in itself doesn't make sense to me. What do you mean they got approval? I don't understand. Are you talking about approval to stay on the base in Colorado?
No. Approval to stay located in Colorado.
They don't need approval. I don't know of any branch of service that requires the family to apply for approval to live somewhere.
Okay.
So I don't even see what I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I don't even understand the premise of the problem.
Yeah. So they are entitled, since they got approval, they are entitled to living, housing for Colorado, living expenses, housing expenses for Colorado.
Okay, now you're telling me something different. So they are providing living expenses for the family? Again, I have never heard of that before unless they're living on the base. And so I don't understand that. What do you know what's going on, Mark?
Well, Dan knows a little more. He was in the service.
Dan, what are they talking about?
I don't know. He gets a living expense down in Texas.
That's right.
And apparently if the family cannot go there because of medical reasons, they also get it up here, too.
So living expenses would normally be provided for the soldier and his family where he is.
Right.
But now, because they had to stay here, they got approval, which means they get living expenses in both places.
Correct.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you. Malia, so go ahead then.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. What's the problem?
Can figure out how they're not getting it.
Why?
Because nobody in the Army can figure out how to implement it.
Even though they have approval to stay. And what is the medical reason for staying?
Well, there are a couple. One of the kids is on the spectrum, has autism, and the mother has a chronic disease.
What does that have to do with Colorado?
All their services have been set up here in Colorado.
Okay. But it doesn't matter. They got approval. And
They
the
got
office,
approval.
what office approved them to live here?
What office approved them?
Yes.
Was it Texas?
What office?
Yeah, it's the Exceptional Family Member Program of the Army.
Now, does the Exceptional Family Member Program, if that's what you're calling it, do
Yep.
they have any information on how to get the money?
No.
Okay. Suzanne, is she in there? Suzanne, don't we have a military specialist or someone who helps us with VA stuff that maybe might know this?
Maybe, Tom.
I mean, if he knows about VA, maybe he knows about this.
About the Army base you visit once a year to give that talk to. They probably know somebody.
That's right. Fort
I can
Carson.
reach out to Jeff.
Let's reach out to Jeff. He's a coordinator. Hold on. We're going to try to cut through the mustard for you, Malia. So the bottom line is this, Suzanne, just so you understand. She's trying to get living expenses to live in Colorado while her soldier, her husband, is in Texas.
Right.
And that's really it in a nutshell. They're divided for medical reasons, and they should get living expenses in two places, according to her. Now, Charlie also contacted us, and we got back to him. Charlie, welcome to the show. What's happening?
Thanks, Tom. Excuse me. So I had a friend who unfortunately got evicted out of his house. I helped him out, rented a truck, moved his stuff into my personal office up here that I lease.
How much stuff?
A pod's worth, a small pod's worth.
But when you say
So we're
your
talking maybe
office,
eight-
when you say your
8 foot
office,
by 8 foot. Yes, sir.
what size is your office?
900 square feet.
Okay, so you allowed him to keep stuff there?
Yes, we relocated our office. I got him a job. I helped him out with his resume. Got him a job in California, and now he's living the Southern California dream. And unfortunately, I need that space back.
All right,
in my
there's a procedure. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino.
Yeah, I just read about that program. It's the real deal.
What's the real deal?
The exception program.
Oh, for medical things?
Exceptional family member.
I cannot believe Texas couldn't provide the same stuff, but
What do you mean?
Did you get your access
the medical,
that you requested?
to me, it'd be
I thought I had already given it to them. I don't know why they make me do it twice. Every time I send an invitation, it comes back to me saying they want it.
I think this Colorado is one of the leading places for a lot of that.
For what?
Medical stuff.
Well, let me
For
just say this.
certain
First of
things.
all, if you have MS or
Yeah.
you're on the spectrum, this is the state you don't want to be because
don't
it's a
want to be.
hot spot.
Oh yeah.
It's
For
the highest
some
for
real
rate for
good
women
reason.
for
Yeah,
MS.
it is.
Yeah.
And why do you think?
I don't know. No one knows.
They've been trying.
But MS,
They've speculated
also
altitude.
autism. More autism here than any.
Yeah.
If you there's a chain of MS in the country.
Asthma.
A belt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great for asthma.
It's the best place to
Let's
come.
talk about Fix It 24/7 because I knew these guys personally. If you're looking for plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, or drains from a company you know will treat you right, it's going to be Fix It 24/7. Now, for $39, they do the most extensive clean and check of your HVAC system. Now, if you want to do your AC, and that's what you should do now, it's $39. Don't think it's just an excuse to get in the house. Of course they want to be your company, but that's not the deal. The real deal is they clean that condenser, the coil. They clean out the cabinets. They look at the blower motor and clean it. They take it apart to the extent they can. You can call it a refurbishing, and then they give you a no breakdown guarantee. If any problem is found, it'll be an honest assessment of that system so you know it's in tip-top shape. I just had it done. You should too. FixMyHome.com is the website. Better yet, you can call 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. I've known this company personally, the people behind it, the managers, the owners, for years. FixMyHome.com. 720-526-3939. I lost track of time.
guys didn't get the color totally right.
When I look up like a lost puppy in a thunderstorm, just kind of
They're supposed to dress the same.
Yeah,
Like you guys do.
they're a little off. Yeah.
They're a little off.
Yeah.
Need to work on that.
I am so frustrated with this HOA. Oh my God.
This is that thing I bought for my arm. Do you guys ever get that when you play rack, like a tennis elbow thing?
Tendonitis? Yeah.
We usually just tough it out, though.
No shit. Does that help you insert your tampon?
I don't know if it'll help, but a lot of people put it on their.
It does because it takes pressure off the
Is that what it's supposed to
tendon.
do?
It's like a sock that's really like one of those copper socks or whatever.
Yeah.
Hoppers.
Brett Favre and the copper tone or whatnot.
Magnets? You got magnets in
The
there?
magnets.
Yeah, it takes
Put some
pressure off and just
WD-40 on
provides
there.
a little bit
you
of
know.
support.
It just takes pressure off of the
Yeah.
tendon. So
I broke my
It works.
racket the other. It is broke.
I got one you can use.
No, I have one. So I hit the.
I
wall.
got your other one downstairs. You can use that today. You should see this racket he brought in. What was it made of? Aluminum?
No, I'm sure it's plastic.
Wood?
wood.
But you know, the old racquetball were very small.
Oh yeah.
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 So they got bigger and stuff, and that's what I did. Real old.
The real small
Right,
tiny ones.
right. It's probably,
Handle
I'm
long,
sure
this long.
it's 25 years old.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever play squash?
I never did.
Man, I bet you that ball hurts. You get hit with that thing.
Why, is
It's like
it
a
bigger?
It's like a golf. As hard as a golf ball.
No,
What
yeah,
is-
no, I never did.
What do you
Squash.
hit the ball with?
A long, small tennis racket is what it looks like.
Oh, I'm the best at squash.
What's the game where you hit with a paddle?
Yeah.
It's like baseball.
cricket.
No, cricket.
Cricket?
Cricket.
It's like baseball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That does look fun.
They copied baseball.
I don't know where those
Yeah.
games can go on for days.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why?
I just don't get the scoring.
What
on
do you
it.
mean,
I have
days?
no idea.
Because you
how
don't
it
hit the ball.
works. Oh.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Days.
Yeah.
Days.
Yeah.
I think it's just their scoring.
Maybe a
method and-
tournament.
No.
You mean one game?
One game.
Yeah.
And
I
how
don't
long's
know.
a
I have
day?
no
One
idea.
game, do you
Oh,
want
it's
for
a
days?
day. 24 hours. Big in India.
Mm-hmm.
India, down in like the Caribbean.
Oh, is it big in Caribbean too?
Southern America, it's huge.
And was it, they got like building blocks.
Do we know the password to the Wi-Fi in here?
Yeah.
Right there. Oh, for this one here?
Yeah.
You mean is it ours?
Yeah.
It's not the same as downstairs.
No, it's definitely not the same as downstairs.
Probably.
You guys change the password?
Just let me see it though. Don't read it out loud. PASSWORD.
But the O is a 0.
Oh.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. What do you do?
Troubleshooter, what do you do when somebody leaves stuff in an apartment or a house or something? There is a procedure, not that difficult. Hey, Charlie, I'm Tom Martino.
Hey, how you doing?
By the way, we have the Hormone Bros with us, thehormonebros.com. We're going to talk to them, have a few emails if you have any questions on hormones, hormone optimization, or youthful kind of age-defying treatments. Give us a call. Okay, so Charlie, you have no written agreement, I assume?
Correct.
Okay. Now, have you talked to him about it?
I've tried texting, calling, and emailing, and I'm not getting any replies.
How much is this stuff worth truly?
His biggest, most expensive thing would probably be it's like a 68-inch plasma screen or TV. So a set of golf clubs. So maybe top $1,200,
Okay.
$2,000.
And what kind of TV is it? Plasma?
Yeah, it's a Samsung.
Is it a plasma, actual plasma?
I don't know, Tom.
I mean, or is it an LCD? Well, it matters. Okay, so
Yeah,
here's the deal.
yeah.
Here's the deal. If the owner has failed to contact you in any way, it can be considered abandoned, okay? And I'm reading here. I'm perusing. You have to basically simply send to the last known address a notice to this guy saying your stuff is abandoned. If I don't hear from you and give him a reasonable amount of time, I'm disposing of the property. And that's it. Now, I look at it this way. I always look at it this way. What are the consequences? Will the guy sue? Is there anything really valuable? Is there something small I can store and it's not a big deal? I look at the real life implications. And they're usually, if they abandon stuff, they don't care, usually. Do you think this is the kind of guy that'll raise hell?
That's a great question, Tom. People amaze me. That's what I've learned in life.
Yes. How long have you known this guy?
20 years.
When's the last time you talked to him?
A few weeks ago when I did say, look, I've got to move your stuff, he texted me, said, I'm at work, can't talk, I'll call you later, and that was the extent.
Okay, write to him. Write to him and just say, you're going to have, how long has he left it there so far?
4 months.
Okay, just write him a letter and give him 7 days to respond to you.
Okay.
Now, this is not legal advice.
Tom.
This is what I would do.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
The legal process is different, but you're not a formal storage facility. I would write, if it was me, saying, if I don't hear from you in 7 days, I'm disposing of your property. That's it. That's it. Okay? And then I would dispose of it. And, I would just get rid of it. I don't think people should be put out like that, and no one is going to make a big deal about it unless there was something really valuable. Ellie, and we got lines open at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Ellie, what's going on?
Okay, I think that's me.
Yes.
I'm talking about the windfall and the 401A.
Yes.
Okay, so I hear different things that the windfall apply. Well, I don't know. Are you familiar with the 401A?
Yes.
It's separate. Okay, so
it's a supplemental to your retirement plan.
Right, and I had over 30 years of paying Social Security, and that seemed to have been a factor that the 401A did not fall within the windfall. And yet, I hear different things.
Well, what is your question? I don't understand the windfall part of this. Okay, you have a 401A, and what is your question about it? Now, you can't have a 401K at the same time.
Yes.
Right? You know that.
Yes.
Okay.
But I had the 401A was because that was mandatory from where I worked. You had to participate in the 401A instead of Social Security.
Wait, why? Wait. They can actually make you opt out. Where did you work?
Denver Health.
Oh, okay. So it's a government entity.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Okay. So then, when I went to apply for Social Security, they said that the 401A falls within the windfall, and it would reduce my Social Security benefit.
Let's talk about that then. Hold on. I have some basic questions for Eric Reinemer with Atlas CPAs and Advisors, and I advise anyone who needs tax help, accounting help, or any kind of help. We use them for all of our businesses at Atlas CPAs and Advisors. Now, Eric, you're also on a referral list. Here's what I'd like to ask. What is a 401A, first of all? Just what is it?
Yeah, it's like the government equivalent, you could say, of a 401K plan.
It's qualified?
Yes.
Okay. That means you get tax-deductible contributions, and you get normal tax distributions. Unless you take it out early, you're penalized.
Right.
Okay. Now, when it comes time to Social Security, if you've worked sometime privately and sometime with a 401A, which one takes precedent?
Well, what happens is, and what's the name of the caller again?
Ellie.
Hi, Ellie. I know what happens is there's a place that you can actually go to on the Social Security's website to calculate what happens is if you've worked, did you work more than 30 years for Denver Health?
No, I worked 10 years for Denver Health and more than 30 years.
Well, give us various scenarios, Eric, for people listening.
Yeah, what happens is if you've worked for a government entity over 30 years, you're exempt from this windfall thing. Basically, it's a way you go where Social Security will tweak down your Social Security benefit if you also got a benefit from the 401A to avoid people sort of double dipping to get the same advantage from their Social Security.
So if you have both plans, it's possible that your Social Security will be adjusted to give you the normal benefit.
Correct.
Okay. Now, what if you have worked mostly at 401A?
Then I would just say, Allie, there's a website you can go to, and you put in your number of years, and it'll come back and they'll do the calculation for you. I don't know exactly what the...
So you put in how many quarters you worked for Social Security and how many quarters you worked for 401A, and they will tell you what your adjusted benefit is.
Correct.
Do you ever get to double dip?
Well, there are some people like... I remember, like, my dad, he worked for, like, a lot of years for the government and then a lot of years in private, so he did end up getting he got something, but he'd worked a gazillion years in both. So
in other words, you never get more than you would normally get with one or the other.
Right.
So if they're combined, they still limit to what you would normally get.
Yes.
Ellie, does that answer any of your questions?
Okay, and I just missed the part where he said if you work under or over...
Well, what he's saying is if you work over a certain amount of time, there is no adjustment necessary because you have... no, there is an adjustment. Basically, it doesn't matter. If you work less or you work more, you're going to get whatever benefit you would get anyway. They adjust one to compensate.
Okay.
But it's automatic. Now, Mark?
So Eric, I'm curious. So if someone worked for, like, Douglas County Public Schools and was through the para system for 20 years, and then 20 years, you know, working for Comcast or somebody, they wouldn't get two? It's adjusted down to one?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry if I wasn't clear about it. You actually, yes, you can get both. Like my dad did 20 years for the government,
but
20 years elsewhere.
It's not double.
You can get both.
But it's not. In other words, but the Social Security would be brought down?
That's the main thing. The main impact of having a 401A or 401B is that it can bring down your Social Security benefit based on their progressive...
That really sucks if you work that long, though. That drives me insane.
Yeah, but, okay, yeah, I guess you're right. Now Eric, what is a 401B?
That's just the government entities have 401As and 401Bs, just different vanilla flavors of a 401K.
Why do they have something other than Social Security, teachers and government workers? Why?
Oh, beats me. This has been there since the last 50 years. Maybe just to provide something, I don't know, maybe it's more beneficial to give government employees a leg up.
But it sends a message, like when Congress does this and federal employees do this and teachers, it sends a message that, hey, you know, we got something a little bit, we don't really trust the system we put into effect.
Yeah, I couldn't speak to the origins of it. It's just been there,
Okay, well, Eric Reinemer, Atlas CPAs and Advisors, 303-799 9111. Jay's got a comment on abandoned property. Thank you, Jay. What is your comment?
Yeah, that guy that called about his friend with the, you know, he's looking for his friend won't pick up his property. What I did, I borrowed a friend's pickup truck and took it to where they work, and I left it there. Here you go. Here's your stuff. Or wherever they live. That's right on the lawn.
You know what? That's not a bad idea because you're actually returning his property.
You'd return the property. That way you don't have to worry about it.
But this guy's in California.
Well, you can have it delivered. I don't know how much stuff it is. I don't know how much stuff
I think it would cost him too much. But, Jay, that's not a bad idea. However, I think you run the risk of getting into trouble if you left it where people could steal it. Then he would say it was negligent as opposed to just writing to him and disposing of it.
No, that's bullshit, man. You work 20, let's say you work the maximum quarters they do for Social Security, and then you decide to work harder or have a second job and you're doing something for Comcast and you're working 80 hours a week at both jobs.
Oh, if you're working double.
That's what I'm saying. Why wouldn't you get double? That's bullshit.
I think the para you do get double.
I thought so, too.
Para's totally different than... but I think it was a federal government. I don't know why.
You add in what they get on para after 20 years, and all the time off during the year, and the health benefits and other benefits. Teachers make about $100,000 a year.
I agree. Look at what they get paid. Look at how many hours they work. Look at what they get for their retirement. I totally agree.
Yeah, but they don't take that in. They're just looking at that monthly paycheck.
Absolutely.
And they can, most places like Douglas County, I think you can choose, you know, getting bigger checks 8 months out of the year.
Don't ever get your concrete replaced if it's sinking or cracking Unless you first consult Crackerjack Mud Jacking. It's that easy. They saved me about 18 grand. Why? Because I thought I had to replace the entire slab. It was sunk so badly. They came in and raised it and made it beautiful again. They can do it. In fact, why wouldn't you check? It's free to check, and then they give you a price up front, and it'll always be cheaper than replacing. CrackerjackMudjacking.com, 303-410-7787, 410-7787.
Where is San Yazardo? You guys heard of that? San Sidro? How the hell do you pronounce it?
YSIDRO.
Oh, YS.
Yeah.
It's a port of entry. It must be Mexico and Texas?
Texas.
Texas?
That can't be California. Well,
San Diego.
San Diego?
Is that where it is?
Well, it says the San Diego Police Department. Someone just got shot there. American killed in shootout with border agents. Just broke. Yeah, it sounds like someone, not the cop, not the bad guy, someone in the middle. He refused to stop, attempted to drive through the inspection area. The suspect began firing a gun towards the officers, exited his vehicle and continued firing.
And then he got shot then? I thought you said the bad guy didn't get shot.
I don't know who got shot. The driver tried to ram the back bumper of his car, and he got out and looked for cover. Nope, it looks like he got shot, yeah.
What do you guys think about that cowardly cop?
That was,
oh, he got charged. Holy shit.
So, from a legal sense, they went after him for child abuse or child neglect, ending in abuse or something.
And perjury.
So what do you make of that? You think that'll stick as far as the law goes?
Not neglect, but I think that perjury will.
Even if you're trained, this is what to do. You're here to protect these kids.
He neglected his duty. Right.
Yeah, but that's
why it's not
neglecting the children.
The police lobbies are going to. Yes. They're going to be against it, not because they like this guy, but because it's a chilling
precedent.
The precedent is this. Police are not being charged for something they did, they're being charged for something they did not do.
That's interesting.
And firing, of course, would have happened. I think they should go after.
But at the same time, he worked at the school. You understand that?
As that was his job.
That was his job. So, I mean, he like...
I don't see
Florida one? Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah, there is. He walks. He doesn't go in. He literally.
He ran away.
I was
he
say, yeah,
runs away.
The video they showed, he's like literally.
He goes in. He looks. He hears shots. And he hauls ass.
Along with that staff member.
Yeah, but you know, really, when you think about it, you're not supposed to have yourselves killed either. You're not required to risk your life completely.
No, they are told to do this for a school shooting. Right. That's his fucking job description. It's not you or me.
Military people aren't required to go there and get killed.
A police officer, if you know you're going to be killed, and it's a surefire thing, you're not told to risk your life like that, not stupidly.
Jeez, I don't know,
you
man.
Take risk. No, Mark.
How about Secret Service?
No, they won't even risk the life of a police dog. I'm telling you. I'm not talking about risk. It's a bad word. Knowing, if you don't know anything, you're supposed to gather intelligence.
I'd say a Secret Service agent that didn't jump in front of the president and take a bullet would be on death row.
But Mark, that's a whole different...
I don't know, because this is a school resource officer. It's his only job.
You ask a police officer. If a police guy goes up, gets shot by a sniper, another goes up, gets shot by a sniper, the third guy doesn't have to go.
We should get a comment from... We should get a comment from a cop.
So they don't know what's going on.
All he did was hear shots and he ran.
Okay, that's different. But what I'm saying is, he might have thought, I have to assess the situation. Right. Look at what fucking happened at Columbine. They stayed outside for a half hour, 40 minutes.
Exactly. I would have fired every one of them there at Columbine.
But they didn't get fired.
I know it. Because
nor did they have charges brought up.
No, what he's saying is if they're actively shooting, maybe he's running to take cover so he doesn't die. So
that's not what that video shows.
Okay. Right, but I'm not sticking up for this guy. I'm saying that police officers are not supposed to... they're not supposed to risk their lives knowing they're going to die like that.
Well, I mean, you could probably say the same thing with the military.
It's different. Military has a different level of service.
They shouldn't.
Hi, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. We have June. She wrote to us very upset, and I don't blame her. She contacted Timeshare Exit Team. Now listen, Timeshare Exit Team did a lot of advertising. They still do. Their main deal is they say they're going to get you out of the timeshare. One of the problems I have with their contract, in the contract it says, when they present you with an offer, their job is done. And if you reject the offer, that's not their problem. That's one of the main problems I have with them. And here's why. What if the offer was that you had to pay $25,000 or $30,000 to get out of it, and you reject it? Well, then they have earned their $3,000 or $4,000, or whatever they charge you, $6,000 or whatever. Now, I'm not saying that happens, but I'm saying the way it's written, there's no protection for you. But June has an entirely different problem, one that we have heard at least a dozen times. And that is during a period of time when they had a giant influx of customers, they lost the law firm they were working with and changed law firms. And Timeshare Exit Team tells us that some people dropped through the cracks. And everyone we've sent to them, Mark, I believe they took care of with a refund, or
I don't know. I don't know.
Did they take care of them?
I don't know the answer.
You're the one who personally talked to the guy who said, give us the names.
They were going to be taking care of them. And I have not heard back from the people that called, so I assume they were taken care of.
Okay.
Now, but every review, and I'm talking new ones here on Yelp, new ones, like left in the last month, they're all the same. 5 years, over $9,000 later, still not out. It just never stops.
June, when did you pay them?
We started in it'll be 3 years in August.
How much did you pay?
August. We have paid over $3,500.
To them. And then during this time, did you continue to make your maintenance payments to the condo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you ever asked Timeshare what are they doing?
Many, many times over the years.
I would say that it's unconscionable to expect you to wait more than 3 years, and that you have every right to ask for a full, complete refund, and we're going to do that.
And I did that yesterday. I asked someone, and you're on the phone forever trying to get through to them. And
I think we have some numbers.
Every single one of these are the same. Listen to this one real quick, Tom. I'm not sure how this company is still being promoted by Dave Ramsey.
Oh, no, I understand
This is 5 days ago.
Here's the thing, okay? Dave Ramsey, we've contacted, and trust me when I tell you, just because it's him doesn't mean it's honest and forthright. I'd love to tell you it does. Now, I don't think he intentionally would do anything that's not right. I don't think he would. I discern he's a good man. I really do. But somehow he's not getting the message. He's not getting the message. Just like when Rush used to promote General Steel, and we had so many complaints. Here's the deal. He is still actively promoting them, Ramsey. And we should put another call into that organization.
Yeah, that one was dated 5 days ago, but it was still 2 or 3 years they're talking about nothing.
June, Mark, do we still have the guy's name and number?
Yeah, if it's still the same owner, we do.
Well, yeah, we're going to contact them. It's Brandon and his team, right?
That's right.
We're going to contact them for you. And we have another comment. Oh, no, he hung up. We had a comment on line one.
It wasn't a comment, Tom. I hope he calls back. He says his mom has been dealing with timeshare for 7 years, or 5 years and $7,000.
This is ridiculous, okay? This is ridiculous. And I urge people to do online reviews so people can be warned.
I'm telling you, at break, you look at these Yelp reviews, it is page after page of one-star reviews, same exact thing. 2, 3 years, $6-10,000, nothing.
Now, we have never had a complaint about
Michael Finn.
Michael Finn, the Finn Law Group. He's on a referral list. By the way, Timeshare Exit Team used to be on a referral list, but then we found out, sorry, you're not getting it done. And so, June, did you go to them originally because of the referral list?
Yes.
Are you just saying that, or you really did?
No, I really did,
okay.
And because of Dave Ramsey.
Okay.
And I also contacted Dave Ramsey.
What did they do for you?
He's not gotten back to me.
Okay.
Why don't you call him on the air?
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to see who responds faster, us or Ramsey's organization, okay? Again, I'm not trying to insinuate he's a bad guy. I really don't want to do that. He's a good man. I just don't think he's getting the message. So here's the deal. June, we will take this and call them. In fact, Suzanne, if you want to call now while we're on the air, and find out what are they doing. I think in general they should address this on what they're doing with people who have been 3 years, at least 3 years or longer. And look at the Yelp reviews. Now, we have lines open. Amy, I'm going to take you right now. We do have lines open, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Amy, what's going on with you?
Hi, this will be simple for you, I'm sure. I am in Denver and believe that I may have some damage from hail.
On your car or home?
On my home.
Okay.
I've never put in a claim on a roof or anything like that before. I'm just wondering, I've heard lots of conflicting stories from friends and colleagues about how to go about it. I'm just wondering, is this something that I would contact someone in private industry about it? Do I go to my insurance company?
Okay, that's a good question, Amy. Never, ever, ever call your insurance company first.
Okay.
Now, there's a reason for that. If you do not have damage and they don't pay a dime, they still count the inquiry against you on your clue report. It's a negative.
Okay.
So so you never want to call them unless you do know you have damage. Because if it's going to count against you, you want to at least be paid for it, okay?
Got it.
Now, here's what I would do. This is what I would do. I would call a reputable roofer on my referral list at referrallist.com, and I would call and ask for a complete and full estimate if I have damage. If the company says, we will do whatever the insurance company pays or wants, I would say, sorry, we're not using you. I would only use a roofer who is willing to give me a complete estimate without seeing anything from the insurance company. And I never want to hear the words, we'll do whatever insurance pays, because I don't want that. I want what I need, not what insurance says I need. So once you get that, and they say you have something wrong, then I would go to my insurance company and have the adjuster come. Now you can compare what the adjuster says with what the roofer says. Now, when the insurance company makes you an offer, I would do one other thing. I would call a public adjuster in every single case. Now, here's what happens, and we have a public adjuster on our referral list. Now, here's what I would do. So let's say the insurance company offers you $10,000. Now I would go and call my public adjuster. That public adjuster will not touch the $10,000. But for every dollar he gets more, he will take 10%. Now, let me explain something. We have never had a case, and I mean never, that has not been at least 50% more. So,
Matt just did one. Let me give you an idea of what he just did for one out in Watkins. The insurance company gave him $3,800 to do one part of their roof, a repair, not a replacement. Matt went out there, $35,000.
So that's what I would do, Amy. First, you call a roofer, you get a complete and full estimate. Don't ever give any money up front. Not at that point. Then you call your insurance company, and then you call a public adjuster, and then you can enter into a contract with whoever you want to fix it, preferably the guy that gave you the great estimate, and then, and only then, do you do business. And even then, I would not put money down unless materials are delivered or work has begun.
You should see these reviews.
Be very careful on telling 10%. Matt is 10% right now on everything. Doesn't matter if he gets 1,000 or if he gets 100,000.
Yeah, we need
this other guy. Depends upon how much they get. If they might only charge. If they get 100,000, they might charge 10%. If they get 5,000, it might be more.
Yeah.
So Matt.
Or if they do the whole thing compared to
I don't
just
know how
afterwards.
they work. They're very loosey goosey. They won't tell.
Well, we're going to make them standard.
They might be standard. We just don't know.
And Matt, right now, I asked him why he doesn't go 15 if it's a second or 10,
He's just
whatever.
nervous.
And he just says, and that can be a selling point. He's 10% across the board.
5 years and $9,000 later, and this nightmare is still not over. All I get is lies, 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 excuses, excuses, excuses.
No, just like Tom said, most of these, and there's a lot of these exit team people and stuff, they just say, we'll promise to get you out or you pay nothing. But it could be a $20,000 out.
Reed-Hein is honestly the worst company I have ever dealt with in my life.
Let's talk about Sheridan Auto Tech and Uncle Kevin. I just joke about Uncle Kevin. He's been in business more than 20 years with honesty, integrity, knowledge, experience. Kind of like a good old uncle you can trust. And he does have a slew of customers who do trust him for honesty, value, experience, knowledge, convenience. 2 locations in Aurora, on Havana, just south of 6th Avenue. And then west, Wadsworth, just on Colfax, just west of Wadsworth. The repair shop I know and trust. I've sent my friends and family there, and I know Kevin personally. He's been on the show many times as our expert. 303-455-7242, SheridanAutotech.com.
You have a Denver Egress short, simple green. Like you, I'm a big sports enthusiast, and I want to take this down.
What's that?
Sure. With simple green, the concentrated cleaner that's perfect for making your auto, RV, cycling, boating, and other sporting equipment look like new again. 10 seconds, Denver Egress 30. 100% satisfied. I will give you your money back. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
What is it on?
YouTube.
Well, yeah, just
we all know them as window wells. They're actually safety escapes for your basement or subterranean floors. And Denver Egress Window is the only company that specializes in rebuilding them or installing brand new ones. You know, if you have the old corrugated rusty part, they can make it look beautiful with fiberglass. They can make it look landscaped and put new windows in, or they can punch through the foundation and do a brand new one. DenverEgressWindow.com. DenverEgressWindow.com.
There's nothing like meeting face to face.
Nah, I wouldn't even care. Who cares? Could care less.
What do you care less about?
Oh, just some idiot.
About his complaint?
No, on YouTube. Just I have a feeling it's Jim. Jim, what was his name we were talking about yesterday? The flooring guy. The Weasel.
What did Jim Ross say? What did they
I don't know if it's him, but it wouldn't shock me at all.
His handle is Thomas Martino.
Oh, that is weird. No, it's not.
There's 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, then he's definitely out of here. He's a fucking moron.
Who is?
This guy. He's using your name.
What is he saying?
It doesn't... I can read Google Tom Martino. Tim, you're being had. Tom lies. Yeah, I'll nuke him.
His lawyers that read stuff is fake.
Hey, idiot! I'm sure you're someone we went after, you fucking nut. Why don't you call in, you prick? Call in.
Am I getting these emails?
They're not emails. They're just...
Oh, okay, cool.
Call in there, Thomas Martino.
Oh, he's saying he's Thomas?
Yeah. I mean, what a jerk. You know, I'm sure we went after you, so why don't you call in and let's discuss it. Is this Kalen Eccles, Jim Ross, or 1,000 others?
No, I'll tell you why they won't call in.
Because they're pussies.
They are dickless pussies. No, I don't want to insult pussies. They're dickless unicorns. And cowards.
I don't want to insult
Put your real name.
No,
do something,
cowards.
you moron.
Cowards don't use their real names.
I don't want to insult pussy.
No, don't. Dickless coward, DC.
I'm nuking them. Yeah, puss.
Someone emailed in.
Comments.
They're just comments.
First time I've seen this, though.
I mean, it's so funny. I start going through my mind. Who could it be in there? It's a never-ending answer of a million different scumbags. 44th Auto. Who was that guy? That was the Weasel. Jim Weasel.
That very well, that is his MO.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Weiss is a fucking... You know, it's still an incredible business model, no matter you look at it. He's like come up with a way just to screw people.
And he wins. He does.
It's amazing he wins.
I'm wondering...
He has them sign... If they want their property back, even though nothing's been done, he has them sign a release. So you can't even really sue him after you sign the release just to get your vehicle back.
Hi, Tom Martino,
your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. We got the Hormone Bros with us, thehormonebros.com. And I do have an email question for him, but I want to get to these callers so they don't last so long, hold so long. And then we will get to all of your emails, and you can also call 303-713-TALK. 713-TALK. Kent, what's happening?
Yes, sir. My wife was hit by a lady that didn't have current insurance, and we're having to take her to small claims court for the deductible. And also, I want to see if we could get the diminished value on the car, because now it's worth $2,000 less.
Yeah, you're not going to get diminished value from your own company, because most companies make you sign that away. And so I want to make clear that, you can't put that in. But you can go after the other party, and that's what you're doing. And you can. So what you do is you get your car professionally appraised.
And that's what we did. We had it appraised. We have the car repaired because we had uninsured motors. And
you had collision coverage, right? So you got it appraised as it would be before the accident and as it is repaired, right?
Yes.
And you have a $2,000. Okay, there's your proof right there, sir.
Okay, so do you think that that's something that the judge is going to accept?
Well, we'd have to see what the judge says, but I don't see why not. That's what people usually do. They get a professional appraisal.
Okay.
As long as it's a real appraisal.
What insurance company is it?
He's not going after an insurance company.
Oh, just the person.
It's his insurance company because he had collision coverage. She was uninsured. He's going after her to get a judgment.
We had to use our uninsured motorist coverage.
Well, you keep saying that, but you didn't have collision coverage?
Well, yeah, we did.
That's what you use.
Uninsured motorist.
Uninsured motorist covers, listen, when you have collision coverage, your uninsured motorist coverage, people can get confused. Uninsured motorist coverage is for pain and suffering. It is not for property damage. There is only one time that property damage is covered by uninsured motorists. That is the rarity when people do not have collision coverage, but they do have a coverage called uninsured property damage. That's different than uninsured motorist coverage. Uninsured motorist, or UMI, is for underinsured people or uninsured people when you have a personal injury claim. They step in, your company steps in, as if they are paying your pain and suffering. When you have a collision coverage steps in first. And you never get collision coverage for uninsured motorists unless you don't have collision and you do have uninsured motorist property damage. Many people do not have collision, and they also don't have uninsured property damage. So it's a very select coverage, and people get caught with their pants down all the time. I'm happy you were able to get, your car fixed. So go after her for diminished value.
Kent, did she get a ticket?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for not having the insurance.
Well, no, because they did one of those deals where they paid for the insurance and then they canceled it after they got their paperwork.
That's a loophole, by the way, and that's something that
the general
you can amend
people to do that,
and you can have what?
Yeah, some of these online ones, you can go join and print out your card all in 1 hour, and then, of course, just cancel it, but you have a card that's good.
Okay, so here's what you do, Ken. You can have the officer amend the ticket.
Right.
Well, that's good. You should. That person should be punished for that as well. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up with thehormonebros.com. We're going to talk about the thread lift. We got some emails about that. And whatever is on your mind, give us a call, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And don't forget, referralist.com for help, information, and referrals.
Yeah, because if they get that ticket amended, I don't think he'd have any problem just bringing that in front of the judge and going after her for that $2,000, and then they're going to make her pay if she has a job somewhere, unlike trying to collect some just fucking judgment where she doesn't show up, or he, or whatever it is.
So how is it a loophole for the insurance if you cancel it just because you have that card, if they looked it up?
It's not a loophole for the insurance company. It's a loophole for some guy that wants an insurance. He knows he doesn't have insurance. His intention was not to have insurance, but he wants a valid card.
In case you get stopped for anything.
Okay.
Yeah, when they pull you over for
a claim on it, obviously it's going to show that it's not valid, right?
Yeah, but if they get pulled over for speeding or for whatever reason, license, insurance, they have it.
That sucks. You think they do that on purpose, knowing they're going to get one hit at least of money?
A friend of my son's did it.
Yeah, your son is a deadbeat friend.
No, that's the one that's the same one.
Same friend.
Yeah, same one, different mess.
He's one of those kids too, man. Really? Not his son, that other kid. It's the same thing. It's always a different mess. Dan was going to invite him to live with him. Turn him around. He's going to turn him around.
Yeah, show him the ways, huh?
This guy's unturnable.
Oh.
He's going to go rock climbing with him.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's another rock for you.
Yeah, that's a good hold right there.
That's a good hold, that's right. Tie this on this rock.
Yeah. I've clipped you in, don't worry.
You're good.
Yeah.
She's not going to do well with this.
Look at this, I found the old site.
We could start a business to get rid of timeshares. Everybody says you don't pay a thing unless we get you out of it. But they never say how much it takes to get you out of it.
No, none of them do.
And that's why that's a loophole.
Well, the problem is they can't say how much in reality, too, because each deal is different. You don't know what they owe. You don't know. Some people still are paying the mortgage part. Forget about the yearly crap. But no, talk about
worried about it.
Bullshit. Right. Did you see those reviews I was looking at? They had 3 pages of negative 1 fucking star.
Last time I had such a hard time taking the dressing off.
My favorite, though, was the pawn store where the owner left his own review and used his own name. That was the best. These guys are great. Lots of good stuff.
I know.
Owner.
Well, you didn't say owner, just said his name.
I know.
It's never easy with her.
I left my rack and I got run.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
What was it doing out of the vehicle?
Like, did you bend the corner?
I bring it in.
Oh, do you wax it? Oh.
No, I take all my shit out.
Oh, I brought you a lock, by the way. Well, I'm a good guy. I got you one. I didn't buy you one. When I bought mine, I got 2.
Oh. Does it work?
They work really good, actually. It's the kind I like. I hate this kind. The old school kind. I can't stand those. This one's got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Was I?
Actually, I almost got one that's a thumbprint, but then I thought, what if someone cuts off my thumb? They can get into my locker.
See, we should play these guys.
Do you guys play?
For what?
I have a racket.
See? Okay, so we'll play you. And
I got some goggles.
We should play doubles someday.
Okay, I'm down.
You guys good? We usually play Monday, Wednesday at about 2 o'clock.
Where at?
South Suburban?
South Suburban.
Oh, just right off
Goodson
There's a bunch of them. This one's Goodson.
Listen,
oh, a different
I know you shouldn't judge by appearances, but I'm just saying, my money's on that.
No way. That's all we hear.
Yeah.
This guy we played from California. He was a common man. He's really good, but He runs around. He is so out of breath. He looks like he's going to die.
Well, I mean, racquetball is all about, just like it's about
He's
placement.
just not used to the altitude yet. He's going to be a beast when he's there.
But this guy, I mean, when you do singles, you run a lot more than you do if you...
How long have you lived here?
Here? Since 2004.
Oh, they're fucking acclimated.
Yeah.
The guy, how long?
No, they just haven't played for a
How
while.
long has he been here?
Shit, 4 or 5 months. 2 months.
Yeah, no.
He's not.
I thought he was going to die.
Oh, dude, he was like
years ago.
But when you talk like the first game, you can tell this dude's played in the league forever. He is like
gear, and I was like, this guy's.
It's insane good.
Get
How about
there,
that stupid lob serve
because
he's got?
he literally was able.
So he either serves it to where the ball moves so quick you can't even see it, or he lobs it to you, but he puts it up in the corner where he's already acknowledged you're weak. So if your backhand's weak, he'll make you go over to the left corner to backhand it, and you'll put it right on the wall, which means your racket hits the wall most of the time.
His placement. He hit him in the corner.
I mean, I haven't played in a while, but I feel like
I played like that. He actually got man.
You think so? Did you guys usually play doubles or what?
Like the only thing he was missing was a mullet. Like that. Literally, this was like
physically, I'm in my 30s. Mentally, I'm in my 60s.
And was pissing me off. I'm like, I cannot get a shot.
We played doubles and then singles.
You've always been more mature, so have I.
No, I love it.
No, I think it's a good sport because you get it's a good cardio.
No, you haven't stopped. You mean what, aging? No, you have not. In fact, I'd even argue you're in the middle of a change now.
I wouldn't.
There must be a lot of
Does that make sense? It's not a bad thing.
I mean,
yeah.
Getting more mellow. That's
Getting
exactly
around
right.
and stuff, or just. But handball.
Actually, I think I'll tell you what the better word is. Not mellow. You ready?
So long to
Thoughtful.
even become mediocre.
Oh, okay.
Because there's, I mean, it's all this, hand-eye. You can't just reach a racket out. It's you're watching that ball.
I'm sure
come off,
Stephanie
and
had
it's
a play in
specific
that.
catch and swing with it.
Just get back to myself.
It took forever to learn.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad way to look at it.
But to me, like I say, because they hit it, and then it's a lot easier just to hit like a little dunk.
Oh yeah. A little dink with a racket, it's still going to go a decent distance.
Exactly.
Handball, they'll tap it, and you're just
I can't imagine playing handball.
I don't want to brag, guys, but
he plays handball and racquetball at the same time.
Stance on this.
He alternates hand,
but I'm not going to brag. But
whatever's more convenient at the time. It's this, and you might come back with your hand over there. You never know.
And you can only use one hand, right? Or both hands?
No, you can use both.
in handball?
Can
I never knew that.
No, I guess you only do wear one glove.
I mean, there'd be no reason to.
No, just
if
you hit a ball.
Yeah, left and right. Yes.
I'm not going off ball.
You can use either or.
Either or. I think one hand.
So that's a lot easier. Racket can only use one racket.
Yeah.
You can't use both rackets.
Yeah.
But you could switch hands.
Who says?
Yeah.
You could switch hands.
I've yet to see that.
If you were ambidextrous, you could switch
hands.
You can switch racket hands, but you can't have two.
You can't have two rackets.
Right.
Where a handball, you have two hands.
You have two hands.
I mean, not always. I guess if someone has.
Now, what happens if you went to a surgeon and had your hand increased to the size of a racket? Would that be fair?
You would probably win tournaments.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by Approval Reverse Mortgages. Reverse mortgage is one of the most confusing things because they think they lose their home. They don't lose their home. It's simply living on the equity, okay? And you don't pay it back. It accrues against it, and you don't lose it. You can just sell it and pay it off, or and you just pay off as much as you would a normal house, except at accrued interest. And it'll never get beyond the value of the home, or you never owe more than the home. You can walk away if it ever went down in value. ApprovalReverse.com for the truth. But it's not for everyone. ApprovalReverse.com. Hey, let's talk. I'm Tom Martino. We have the Hormone Bros with us. Larry wants to talk about insurance. Whatever you want to talk about, you can call about 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. This is the Consumer Show. Okay, there's something I want to bring up that we talked about off the air. And it is, when I say it is a consumer show, I don't even have to say that. This show talks about everything. The only thing we truly don't do is we do not get political, nor try to bend your religious beliefs. We just don't. Okay? We have our own beliefs, we have our own politics, but we don't pontificate about the country and the politics and all that. We talk about economy, we talk about things. I want to talk about this one thing because it's on my mind. And we had a discussion about it. And I want your opinion. And then, Larry, I take your call. Then the Hormone Bros who are with us, they'll weigh in on their the hormone options, and some questions we have by email. Okay, so this guy, Scott Peterson, was charged with child neglect for running away, not entering the school as a security or as a police officer, whatever he was at the time. Here's the deal. The police unions are concerned because for the first time ever, a police officer is being charged for something he did not do, not for something he committed, but something he failed to do. But there was another discussion about the duties of a police officer. I was told, I'm not trying to be an expert, I was told by a police officer, they're not required to knowingly get themselves killed. Now, yes, you risk your life by being a police officer. You risk your life being a soldier. You risk your life being Secret Service. But there are 3 different levels of risks.
Of risk.
This is what I was told.
This is what I was told. As a Secret Service officer, you must sacrifice your life if the president's life is at stake. You must. I mean,
or whomever.
Yeah. You must protect them despite your personal protection. If you stop a bullet, you do. As a soldier, you must go into battle without regard to personal safety. You do everything you can to protect yourself, but even if you have to sacrifice yourself for other troops or people or civilians, you do it. As a police officer, I was told by police officers, you're not required to sacrifice yourself, meaning if you see a sniper and he keeps shooting down police officers, you don't have to run out in the field and get shot down or draw fire. You're supposed to use discretion to protect yourself. You're not required to sacrifice yourself. Now, I'm not saying, listen, okay, please don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying you don't risk your life. You do. And when it's uncertain, certainly you don't know one way or the other. You may err on the side of protecting people. Okay. But what I was told is even police dogs and even they treat them the same. They don't sacrifice police dogs. They don't sacrifice police officers. For example, if you don't know down a hallway where the gunman is, it's okay to wait and try to assess to get more information. That's what I was told. Now,
that guy would still be shooting in Vegas then if no cops went in there. Literally, all these
again,
situations.
I swear to you, I love discussions, but I don't want to be misquoted. I did not say they should not enter. But there is nothing wrong with pause to try to gather intelligence. They don't have to blindly run down a hall when they don't know where the gunfire's coming from. That's why they take care. Have you ever seen them take care? Now, I'm not saying this guy did that. He might have just run away as a coward. I'm not saying that.
He did run away.
I mean, in Columbine, the damn sheriff took 40 minutes to enter. Okay, and no one entered.
But that's why all the new training is.
Okay, but I don't know what the training is. So I'm asking, these guys believe the police officer should just sacrifice himself no matter where the gunfire's coming.
If you're a school resource officer.
Dan, you said he should have run in.
Absolutely should have went in. He didn't even know if it was gunfire. It could have been firecrackers.
Oh, come on. He had to assess the situation. I'm not.
He assessed it 500 feet away behind a tree.
I don't want to stick up for Scott Peterson anyway. I'm not sticking up for him. I'm talking about when you hear shots, you should assess the situation.
If you're a school officer and you hear shooting inside, I find it hard to believe that your job is not to run in there.
It is.
No matter what.
But not
this guy didn't even enter the school.
It is your job.
He ran away.
It is your job to run in, but not no matter what. That's the only part and again, I'm not a police officer. That's what I was told. You're not required to go in blindly.
It would set a very odd precedent if this guy is guilty of, say, child endangerment. That would be... But no, I go back to the same thing, though. He's a school resource officer. That's his job. And this guy didn't take time and go in. This guy ran away.
So what do you think he should have done, Dan?
He should at least open the door and assess the situation.
Right.
He did not assess the situation. He just ran. He heard some fire. Could have been gunfire. Could have been firecrackers.
He was retiring like very soon.
I'm not sticking up for him, but he did not stand there for a while and look inside. And
he did not open the door.
He did not sneak around. He did not peek. He did not listen.
No.
He ran.
He went up to the door. They heard the fire, and he ran.
He went the wrong way, literally.
Now, do they have video of him running away? Because I've never seen that video.
Yeah, big time.
Absolutely.
I've seen video.
You can go on YouTube and see it.
Okay. I'm going to go on YouTube.
We'll find it.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I'd like to hear, if people have opinions, I'd like to hear from a police officer. I am not saying that that's what it is. I was told that. Maybe I was told wrong. That you're not required to just sacrifice yourself. You can assess the situation and try to protect yourself because you do no good by getting yourself killed. That's what I was told. Am I wrong? What does the academy teach you? I'd like to know. Does anyone, there has to be, I know we have a lot of police officers who listen. Larry, go ahead. What's with your roof, Larry?
We bought this house in year 2000.
Okay.
And this year we had hail damage.
Okay.
And they come out. It was farmers. And they said, do you have a copy of when the roof was repaired? I said, no. We never had it repaired when we bought the house in 2000. But we got hail damage. He said, well, I need to look it up. Well, he couldn't find nobody when it was...
wait, let me ask you something. Is he saying that you had previous hail damage that was never repaired?
No.
Oh, okay. What does that have to do with anything? Why does he need to see receipts for previous repairs?
I do not know. That's what he come up with.
Well, no one ever said. I have never, ever, ever once been asked, I need to read receipts for roof repairs. And you say, I've never had any roof repairs.
That's right.
So then what?
Then he says there's nothing we can do.
And see, Larry, you're missing a big part of the story. Here's what I think happened. He came out to your house and saw previous damage and said, you never had this repaired, or something like that, right?
It could have been, Tom.
Okay, so are they refusing to cover this loss?
Yes.
Okay, because of previous damage, right?
Could be,
yeah. The clue report showed that there was a previous claim put on this home, and it was never fixed. And here's the problem with that. It was 19 years ago, so you're not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
You're stuck. Yeah. But I wouldn't take his word for it. I would call the public adjuster that we recommend on a referral list, one of them, and I would have them go out and look and assess the situation free of charge. Here's what they'll do. They'll determine if there's damage, if it was previous damage or current damage, and they will fight with your insurance company for a small percentage. That's what I would do.
What's his number?
Okay, it's Paragon. Now, we have two of them.
Yeah,
now, right?
We have another company that's good, too, but
actually
good. Just hit referral list and search public adjuster.
Go to referrallist.com and look it up. Really. James has a comment on police officers. Hold on first, James. Are you a police officer?
I'm still certified, but I got my disability from the military, so...
Now, were you a military police or were you public police?
No, I was actually military, got out, became a police officer.
Where did you work as a police officer?
Los Animas.
Okay, so what is the deal with police officers? Are you required to sacrifice?
I wouldn't say you're required to sacrifice, but you're going to give up your life to go ahead and save children. Like, we had an incident at a school.
Yes.
And I locked down the school, and really all you need is one or two more officers. You don't need to stage outside like you're scared to go in.
Right.
There's children's lives over your own.
I understand, but James, what I'm asking is when you're hearing shots fired, what do you do? Do you blindly run in? Do you sneak in? What do you do? I don't know.
You slowly, okay, if you have at least two people, maybe.
Hold on. We got to reestablish contact because he's fading in and out. He says at least two people.
Yeah, what's the training?
Now, Scott Peterson was alone. Again, I'm not sticking up for this guy. I'm asking what would have been the proper thing to do if you were Scott Peterson.
But even military...
Did you find the video?
...required to sacrifice yourself.
Yeah,
like,
they kind of
No. If you throw a grenade, like say you hear people jumping on a grenade, that is way above and beyond stuff. You're not supposed to just run.
No, I know.
And in fact, you can disobey an order. You can disobey an order if there's a machine gun that says, okay, run up there right in front of the machine gun. You can disobey that, and that's a lawfully disobeyed order.
Really?
Yes.
In the U.S. military.
I thought you're required to put your life on the line.
Well, I mean, anytime you go there, you're putting your life on the line, but you cannot go into, like say, charge a machine gun. I mean, you're a machine shooting right at it's okay. So
you're going to hide.
There. You know, you're supposed to, go around them or whatever.
Remember when that first happened, we would look up the word coward and literally his picture was there?
I think you still can.
That's funny as shit.
That guy, his life is over.
Do you see how old he looks? He's
Here it is.
54.
You want to see the video? I got it right here.
Yeah, I do.
Come on.
I've never seen it. Let me see it.
There he is.
What's the other guy doing?
He's a staff.
Okay, now where does he run away? Now
they're gone.
There they go.
That's it.
He can't run very fast.
Wait. And they're driving away? They drove.
It's pretty.
Where do they get the golf cart?
He's a golfer. He can't even run.
And
short. He stayed outside with his gun drawn. Look at him. He's eating a ham sandwich.
Yeah, you heard us talk about roofing recently on the show, and this woman asked, what do I do first? I said, you call a reputable roofer. When you call a reputable roofer, they'll come out and give you a full estimate, not just say, hey, we'll do whatever the insurance wants. Jay Bretz is a roofer that will do that. He will put his name and company on the line. He'll go there and tell you exactly what's wrong with your roof, what it will take to fix, and what you need. And then you'll know if the adjuster is being honest and straight with you. You can trust Excel Roofing. And then even better than that, once you do get the check from insurance, once you do get it all set up and you hire Excel Roofing, they will never, ever, ever cause a penalty if you cancel. They'll never collect a dime up front. They will only collect money at the very end when you're 100% satisfied. So you don't pay a cent until you're content. 303-761-6400. Excel as in excellent. ExcelRoofing.com.
So his perjury charge is that he said he did not know where the shots were coming from. But
so not only did he run, he got in the damn golf cart and drove away.
Because he wanted to do some golfing.
I don't know if he was dry. I don't know that part.
But he told them in his things that where it was coming from. But he told afterwards the reason he didn't go in because he didn't know where they were coming from.
He literally never went in. Look at that. He's just sitting there.
And then like Kaplan's going, oh, he had 30 years exemplary service. What?
Wait, he's sticking up for him?
Oh yeah, not sticking up for him, but said he shouldn't be charged for this.
Well, they spent a lot of time bringing those charges, man.
15 months.
It's been that long?
Yep.
Coward school shots. This guy comes up. Holy shit.
Look at him. He looks rough. I mean, holy cow.
They didn't care what kind of shape their officers were in, and that.
They said every second.
See, that's another thing. You see police officers.
So why did they wait 40 minutes to go in at Columbine?
They didn't know that was the first school shooting, but and after that they say you shots fired, you go in.
Now, what was the bell tower one? Wasn't that at a college way back?
That was a sniper.
Richard Speck.
But that was a sniper.
How many did he kill? Any?
Yeah, nurses in a tower.
He was shooting nurses?
Well, just.
Oh, I thought it was
it was a specifically nursing school or something. That's what I remember. The nursing.
He was just up there.
That was a big one, though, wasn't it? The bell tower. That's where For Whom the Bell Tolls came from.
That's right. They never had that before that.
It's first time.
And did they have video or know where he went after he left the golf cart?
To the buffet.
No, but realistically,
he just kind of stood out.
Did he hear shots? And I'm just trying to.
What did he do?
He's outside on his walkie-talkie.
But I'm saying after the golf cart, the video ends. Like, did he go around to the backside because he thought that's where he would have a better entry?
Oh no! He never ever tried to get in. In fact, he told the people stay out. Told the other officers on the radio to stay out.
Stay 500 feet back.
School resource officer was widely criticized.
I guess
the Broward Sheriff's Office active shooter policy calls for deputies to interrupt a shooting and search for victims when there's a ceasefire. More than a year after the massacre, the former Broward County Sheriff's deputy now faces child neglect. So they're saying that he didn't violate policy.
Who is this?
This is CNN is writing this about. They say that the sheriff's office program says.
And that sheriff was fired.
Hi, Tom Martino.
Tom Martino. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, the Hormone Bros, very quickly, a thread lift gives immediate results because you lift areas of concern, like jowls or under the eyes or whatever.
Yeah.
How many threads can be put in for how many areas? What's the most you've done?
Most we've done is on the face, typically 4 on each side. I mean, it really.
So 8. So do you charge per thread?
Mm-hmm. It's per thread.
They're barbed. They go in. They attach, and they dissolve over time?
Yeah, within 3 to 4 months, they dissolve.
Now, during that 3 or 4 months, though, what's happening? Because even after they dissolve, you say you see results.
Yes, during that time, the body is you're creating collagen, and so over time, as we age, our collagen declines, and that's how.
So those threads will stimulate collagen growth.
Absolutely, yeah. It's a great stimulator of collagen.
So even when they dissolve, you still have the results. And how long does that last?
2 years. A year, 2 years. I mean, it just depends on your. I mean, if you're a smoker, your collagen's going to be depleted faster. So it just depends on.
Is there any
care? Facial
is there anything?
care,
Okay.
Skin care.
Okay.
Sure. Everybody differs, though. That's the reality of it. Everybody's skin type.
How much is it generally?
On average, it depends on how many threads. Like I said, everybody's different, but I'd say our average cost is $600 to $1,000 for a complete,
compared to plastic surgery.
Sure. Right. When you compare it to an actual facelift, it's.
And it's done within an hour or so, right?
Yep. It takes about 30 to 40 minutes typically.
That's amazing.
The more threads, the better.
Does it hurt? Honestly, does it hurt?
Some people have some discomfort,
but you
we
have
lidocaine
anesthesia, right?
We have lidocaine that we numb you up with, and so we make it as painless as possible.
Okay, let's talk to James again. James was a police officer, also an MP. So James, basically, we were talking about active shooting. Now, according to CNN, Peterson was supposed to only interrupt and enter when there was a ceasefire of some kind. According to CNN, they said that was the Broward County Sheriff's Department.
We know how honest CNN is.
But in any case, I'm not sure what police officers are supposed to do. So what was the active shooter protocol for you?
Okay. First of all, if he's stationed there for that reason, to be there and help. And there's always cover around every corner, especially in a school. And your first job is to make sure that you save lives. And if you're too afraid to move on, then you don't need that job.
What was he supposed to do? I don't know. I'm asking, what was he supposed to do?
He was supposed to take cover, call it in, but if he could take out...
That's what he said he did.
You could take out cover, still look around corners, and if you see the active shooter, you return fire, because what you want him to do is lock in on you and not lock in on other kids. I'm not going to have kids get killed because I was too afraid to go ahead and shoot back. But maybe that's because I was in the military beforehand, and I've had to been at schools before because they requested me to come during certain times. And really irritates me about the whole thing is the Los Angeles Police Department actually got shut down because there was a kid that brought a gun to school. I locked the school down, and the chief tried putting it underneath the carpet. Well, guess what? Somebody went ahead and told the press about it, and that whole entire police department got shut down.
What do you mean shut down?
It completely got shut down, and they gave all the funds to the sheriff's department and hired new people.
Oh, so now it's being run by it's being protected by the Sheriff's Department?
Yeah, by Benton County.
Well, thanks. I don't know what is the official line for police officers when they hear shots?
Well, this case is going to prove it or disprove it. I bet he ends up taking a plea deal.
Now, they say Peterson hid more than 45 minutes. He arrived at the building where the massacre took place and then moved 75 feet to a position of increased personal safety near the 700 and 800 buildings, an arrest warrant affidavit said. Okay. And then, so basically, they're saying that he hid, basically.
Well, it's on video.
Anyway, 303-713-TALK. Leo, what's going on?
You know what? I have an issue with Excel Energy. They did some work out in the street in front of my house.
Yeah.
They crushed the sewer line out there, and it's backing up into my house. I've ended up with...
Wait, are you sure they did that?
Yeah, you know what I did? I called.
Do they acknowledge it? Do they acknowledge it?
No. You know what? You know what? Luckily, I took a picture of the reference number out in the street the day they did the work and everything. When I called, they said,
"What kind of work did they do?"
You know what? They replaced a gas meter on my property.
Well, how did that? Oh, hold on. In order to replace the gas meter, did they do any excavating?
Well, there's a big hole in the front of my street, and when the plumbers came out, they checked all the way out there, and it was caved right in there, in the middle of the street. So out in the street, there's a patch where they dug it. They let the reference number.
So it's an underground gas line from your house to from your meter to the street.
Well, when they were doing the work on the gas lines, when they're compacting the dirt, it looks like they broke my sewer line. So now
when you say your sewer line, it was the service line from your house to the street.
Yes, sir.
And how much is that going to cost to fix?
You know what? If they do it all the way to the house, it's $15,000. Otherwise, on the street, it's like $8,000. And Excel, they sent me out an inspector. And you know what the inspector did? The reference numbers that was out on the street, he sprayed over them and put Excel. And they said, we didn't do no work out here. I've been shut down by the city. I've called the people on the traffic because there's a sinkhole out there now.
So are they claiming they were never on that street?
They're claiming, but luckily I'm a smart man. My neighbor's got a camera. He's going back through.
So you took a photo of them doing the work, and are you sure if we call them right now, they will say we were never there, and then we can show them a photo that shows they were there?
As a matter of fact, I think my son sent you some pictures of the reference number, the date they did the work, and the things out on the street. So, you know, I'm covering my butt. I'm also checking with 811 to see who got the permit to do the work out there. My neighbor has a camera that films everything, so he's going through all his cameras to find out the company that was working there.
Hey, Tom, can he file a homeowner's claim for this?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm not sure he has the coverage for it. Hold on. Keith has a comment. Go ahead, Keith.
Hey, Tom, how you doing?
Good.
So what he could do, the 811 number would pull it, but if it's Excel, they sub everything out. So they must have changed the gas, main in the street.
Yeah.
And if they hit it, but I've seen a lot of these guys, they try to, pipe burst the gas line or a new line, and they hit main sewer lines all the time. And
now, he's saying they hit his service line.
Yeah, but they're not going to be responsible because they say they got that immunity. You know what I mean?
Well, no, they don't have immunity. They don't have governmental immunity at all.
Oh, I thought they... Well,
no, they don't.
They did to us.
They actually don't. I don't know where you even got that.
So I hope they can get it covered for the guy. That's what I hope. But
okay, well, we're going to try. Let's call Public Service, or Excel Energy. But no, there's no governmental immunity for them. If they crushed your line, they should fix it. I need you to send me some proof, because when we call them, Suzanne's going to call over there. We can talk to one of the PR guys.
Great.
We know them pretty well, and there's no way that they would say they were never even there. Leo, they know neighbors saw them. Are they actually saying we were never there?
Yes, they said they didn't do no work down there. Luckily, my neighbor's got a camera.
I know, you just said that, but hold on. This is ridiculous. I want this followed through. Suzanne, let's call over there. I believe it's Mark Stutz. I think I've been dealing with him for like 30 years over there. 303-713-TALK. Glad he's next.
Yeah,
I thought, that's hard to claim.
He
like
never,
never
entered
there.
the school.
That's a pretty bold.
He ran away.
He never even opened the door.
Yeah, I know. He just stood there.
Yeah.
You could see him calling. Takes off.
Something will happen to him.
I just wanted. They say 30 years exemplary service. What does that mean? You know, did he write so many traffic tickets that he, you know, they gave him...
I'm shocked CNN has taken that stance on that weirdo, just because of public opinion.
No, they just said in the article, according to the sheriff's department.
Huh, look at the headline on it. Oh wait, but that's not Tom though. Very interesting.
What?
Just the front page of CNN.
What does it say?
Most Americans think Trump will win in 2020. Headline, CNN. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
10 seconds to Centeno.
Money 3-5's unique formula.
Sleepy Joe. Here's going to be Joe during the first debate. He's going to walk up to the moderator if it's a woman.
Let's talk about stem cell therapy, living stem cell therapy, the stemcellexperts.com, the only clinic I would even consider, and the one I am going to, the one you should go to. If you go to any clinic that ships fluids to the clinic, there are no living stem cells. They can't survive that. And under current law, they're not allowed to condense them. So if you want real living stem cells, you have to go to the stemcellexperts.com, the ones who extract at the time of treatment and then redeliver them with imagery. Do you know some of these clowns at chiropractic offices don't even use imagery? They just give you general shots. Centeno Schultz, MDs, doctors who, when they find the problem, can offer you a number of suggestions, not always stem cells. They are the stemcellexperts.com, but have other treatments available. 303-963-9201.
I think what's going to happen more is this thing, the IG report. Somebody said it was out.
Oh, they're gonna nail the Dems, but the problem is they gotta wait a little bit, man. People forget too quick. You do it right before the election.
Do what?
You bring out all the subpoenas and you go after everybody that created that stupid what is it, a dossier.
Yeah.
They, those assholes actually said he was hiring hookers to piss on him and shit on him or some weird shit. I mean, talk about just like, why not use something that like at least people might buy into? How many billionaires hire someone to shit on?
He sold that. That Steele sold that. He made a lot of money on that.
There was a big Dem that I was just reading that said he's stupid to walk in there and testify. He's going to end up in trouble.
They're doing it overseas, though.
They are?
They're interviewing Steele in England.
Why?
Because he won't come here.
I wouldn't come here either. Yeah, this guy right here. He says, don't go there, Steele. It's going to be disastrous. The reason he's saying it is his ass is probably involved or somebody.
There's so much that happened over that thing.
And guess what the Pope did? He changed the Lord's Prayer. Did you know that? Did you read that?
What does it say now?
He changed religion. The Pope was now Luther.
How did he change it?
Let me see. I'll tell you. It says, widely known among the faithful is Our Father, has been in years. The phrase, lead us not into temptation. Do not let us fall into temptation. Lead us not into temptation. 2, do not let us fall into temptation.
You know these guys?
Why did he change
because
it?
They want to get their name on what they changed. I see this businesses all the time too. They'll change the program and call it this when it was called this before, but it's the
same thing.
Yeah, but isn't that
exactly?
I thought didn't they translate the Bible and apparently that's what it says though. How do you are they changing the translation?
Many different translations.
Yeah, they're all basically the same though.
He's saying the translation isn't good because God never makes us fall or never leads us into temptation. He actually allows us to be tempted. So that's his logic.
Well,
boy, I wonder if you walked into the average Catholic church, how many Sundays does it take for that, for when everybody recites it, to actually not be saying different things?
I've never heard him recite that prayer ever at Mass.
I thought they did on every one.
Absolutely.
At every one.
Yeah. And then they added what does like the Lutherans say at the end? Now the Catholics
Amen.
say, no. What is
thine is the glory.
Kingdom, the power, or whatever. Yeah.
So that's on there too.
Yeah.
I'm Tom Martino.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter with the HormoneBros.com. Gladys, you want to talk about a student loan? What's going on, Gladys?
Hi.
Hi. What's happening?
Yes. I had a student loan discharge in 2012.
Now, when you say discharged, what do you mean?
It was from disability, permanent total disability in 2012. I had cancer, and it was discharged.
Are you sure it wasn't just deferred?
No, it was discharged, permanently discharged.
And you have all of the paperwork?
Yeah, and I have sent it in to the Department of Education. I sent it in to the University of Colorado Denver, which the loan came from.
Why are you sending this in?
Well, because now I just happened to look at my credit bureau report, and all these loans showed up on my credit bureau report this year.
What loans? The student loans?
The student loans.
Are they being marked as defaulted?
Yes, they are. They pulled my credit rating down because they say haven't been paid over.
Now, did you send to the credit reporting agencies the paperwork that shows they were discharged?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And what do they do?
Nothing. They told me that I had to go back to the company that put the loans on there to have them give them.
Okay. How do you know they were discharged? Who did you deal with?
Nelnet.
Who's that?
That is the loan servicer. All the loans was.
Did you have to pay for it?
No, Nelnet is an educational
okay,
loan servicer.
but you didn't have to pay for that settlement.
No. Well, what they did was when it was discharged, they sent me a 1099 for all the loans.
Oh, they did. Okay.
Loan.
Okay.
And I had to pay taxes on the.
Oh my! So that you really did get a discharge.
Yeah, I got a discharge.
Okay. Well, they should take that off. You shouldn't have to do anything with the lender. You should just send that to the credit reporting agency, and they won't accept that as proof?
No. And what the really thing is not so much the credit thing is bothering me, but now they have attached my Social Security check. They're taking money out of.
Wait a minute. Who's taking money?
The student loan, the Department of Education.
But they already discharged it, you said.
Yes, they've discharged it. They sent it to Debt Management, which is a collection agency, and Debt Management, I guess, have went into my Social Security check, and they're taking money out of my Social Security check every month.
How much have they taken so far?
It started, I think, I want to say in March, maybe. So it's been $140-some a month, which is not a lot, but it's a lot to me.
Well, sure it is, especially if it was discharged.
And I don't know what to do.
You need to get back to the original people who discharged it, did you?
I did. That was Nelnet.
And what did they say?
They said they sent a letter to the Department of Education. I called the Department of Education. They're saying they have not received the letter.
Oh, man. Can they send you that letter? Can they send you a copy?
I hadn't asked for that.
Well, you have to, because you're going to have to send it to everyone. I mean, they said they sent to the Department of Education. Have you talked to them at the Department of Education?
Oh, yeah, I've talked to them several times.
What do they say?
They have not received anything. Then I called Nelnet back, and they said they have sent it. I don't know what's going on. What I did is when this happened, I sent those discharge papers to Nelnet, to Department of Education, and to the University of Colorado Denver, which the original loan came from. I sent everyone a copy of the letter. I'm not getting a call back from the University of Colorado Denver. I've called them 3 times.
Okay.
I have not.
Suzanne, we need to put someone on this because she has a legit concern. I mean, she really did get this excuse. She even paid taxes on it, had a 1099 issued, but the department that did it is not communicating with the Department of Education. I want to put Daphne on it because she'll track it down. She's a bulldog and a hound dog. I always call her something like that. No, she is. She's a bulldog and a hound dog. And a bulldog, hound dog, and pit bull. Both. All three, I mean. right? Pit bull, bulldog, like bulldog meaning stubborn, and nothing can deter her. Pit bull, she doesn't let go. And hound dog, she can sniff it out. Got it? So she's triple dog.
I wonder how she got that.
We just gave her a rapper name.
How did she get rid of the student loan, though, even through bankruptcy? I don't get it.
No, it wasn't bankruptcy. It was a hardship because she had terminal cancer.
Oh.
Now, on another topic here, Gladys, what happened with your cancer?
I'm cancer-free.
Hallelujah! How'd that happen?
I get my treatments, and I did what they told me to do.
So a hardship like that isn't just when the hardship's going on forever?
I mean, if they dismissed it and they discharged it, and she actually paid tax on it.
I'd love to see this letter.
Yeah, we want to see proof too, Gladys. And you know what? Daphne's going to have to see it. So hang on, and Suzanne's going to get your information, and I'd like to see all that paperwork. Wow, 303-713-TALK. Now she's cancer-free. We got a comment on the school shooting. We were talking about Scott Peterson being charged as a coward. Actually, that's not the official charge. It's child neglect. And we're wondering, what is a police officer's actual responsibility in that situation? Go ahead there, Steve.
Hey, I had a question for Dan. So, Dan, have you ever had shots fired in anger at you?
Nope.
Okay. I mean, you have a lot of bravado.
Yeah.
I mean...
I don't think anybody knows how they're going to react. I never said I did.
No, but I know what he means. You said he should have just ran in there.
I didn't say that. I said he should at least assess the situation. He didn't even open the door.
Well, military tactically, it's 3-1.
What does that mean?
You should always take on... It should be 3 against 1.
What does that mean? I don't understand what you mean.
You should have 3 soldiers to 1 enemy.
What?
Maybe in a perfect situation. Where are you coming from?
In a perfect situation, yeah. And this, again, everyone has a plan until bullets start flying.
So you think the coward did right, or what, man?
He didn't. He wasn't. Well, again, I wasn't there. I can just see the
No,
video.
but you seem to be.
No, he's saying. Wait, he's saying.
The guy didn't even go in though.
He's saying it's easy to talk about it from our chairs.
The guy hid for 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's a little weird. He didn't.
It is.
He should have assessed it. I mean, he should have at least cracked the door, looked inside, tried to do something. I mean, I don't know what police officers are supposed to do. I don't know what they're supposed to do.
And he's a 30-year police officer.
And again, the guy.
And he took the school. He's the resource officer. He could have been out writing speeding tickets or eating donuts. He decided to do that.
Is he a police officer or a resource officer?
He is hold on.
He worked for the sheriff's department.
He's a deputy.
He's a police officer.
Okay.
He's a real deputy and a real police officer, whatever. The same training, but he's assigned to the school as a resource officer.
Bravado.
Bravado.
It did sound like it. No, you yelled and said, you should go in there, God
I
damn
didn't
it.
say he should run in there and do it. He didn't even open the door.
Get that tape.
This dude did
Get
nothing.
that tape of Dan's rant.
He didn't even crack the door. He didn't even touch the door.
And then he was missing for 45 minutes.
No, and I've never said anybody knows exactly what they're going to do when bullets fly. I totally agree. I don't care how much training you got. But if you're doing that for 30 years, he's 54 years old.
Look what the 18-year-old kid that's never had any police training did.
Absolutely.
He tackled him.
Absolutely. I totally, and I hope that's what people learn. Especially if you're going to die. If you think you're going to die, you may as well die going down.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is you don't know what you're doing.
No, this guy basically knew his retirement was coming up, and he took off,
would be
man.
ideal, but like you said, it's not a perfect world.
And I love this 3-on-1. How'd that work out for D-Day, 3-on-1?
Yeah.
Who am I doing?
This guy's an idiot. I mean, I've never, ever heard that.
SimplyFloorsInc.com. That website will get you savings, even over the big boxes, because Buddy Mitchell made a decision. I'm just going to buy in this buying group, and I buy just as well as these big boxes, and I'm going to save money because I'm going to pass the savings on to consumers. I'll still make money. I'll give you the best installation. I'll give you a 100% satisfaction guarantee and the best products, but lower prices. It's that simple at SimplyFloorsInc.com. Make your own appointment there, SimplyFloorsInc.com, 52nd and Ward, the southwest corner.
I never heard of it. How come when we killed Osama bin Laden, we didn't send in 8,000 people then? We had no idea how many people were in there.
It might be a perfect. I was in the infantry for 3 years. And then they've never ever said
3 on 1.
3 to 1. First of all,
if you don't have 2 friends with you, don't do anything.
You don't know. If you have that type of intelligence, that's who is that?
Now I wasn't a Marine like you.
I'm so anxious to talk about this. IconEyeCare.com for your LASIK procedures. Yes, I talk about the clear lens exchange. That's what I have done. Brand new lenses. You can too. They focus near and far, but you may need some minor adjustments, or you're a long way off from aging lenses and you just want that touch up. They were the first low-cost LASIK procedures for just $400 an eye. They do low cost and they do value, but they do quality. Icon Eye Care for all your eye needs. 866-GOT-ICON. IconEyeCare.com.
Injured. Oh my God! Look at this. I've never seen anything like this. This poor bastard. They rescued him.
Oh, then they twirled him around.
And the helicopter's making him spin.
Yep.
That's
wild. I read something about that. I guess, did he get sick? He thought it was a carnival ride.
He's like, damn, just drop me back off. That is wild looking. Look at this guy.
I'm sure the line was twisted.
Why does it keep... Okay, I'm going to let it play this. No, I mean, he was going so fast. It's amazing. I don't think he could have been twisted. I think it's the wind or something, right? I don't know.
Spinning around.
If the cable's twisted.
Look at that.
Wow. 75 years old.
Female. Look at that thing. It's going faster and faster. Jesus.
God, I'd be throwing out.
There's some people that... Oh my God, that thing's moving. Look at this thing. What are they going to do? Put her back down? What do you do? Yep, turbulence from the rotor.
Wow.
Look at that thing.
Why wouldn't that happen all the time?
How do you stop it, though?
I know it.
See, they don't show how they stopped it. God bless, that would be terrifying. Pilot of the helicopter.
I'm going over there to help you. Right after this. I get that. Okay, that's
How did they stop it is all I care about.
It's so fast they can't even grab it. I imagine they'd probably take his arm off.
No ill effect from the spin.
Yeah, ask the woman.
Want to go again? The rescue team stopped it. I mean, why? How come they're showing everything but the ending? Why don't they show how they stopped it? Did they put her back on the ground?
Boy, that would be worse if you were swimming like that and you put her back on the ground.
Look, they're leaving. They don't know what to do. They put her in the water.
Great service, great selection. 303-453-1111.
You know what his pension was for 30 years on the sports? Did you hear? 100,000.
100,000
a year.
What?
A year?
The Coward. Wasn't there actually a song called "The Coward of Broward County"?
The Coward of the County.
Coward of the County.
But he ends up being a hero. Everybody went through.
What was it called? Coward of Broward.
Coward of the County.
Tom, Mark, I
Can you
emailed
find
you XL Energy's
song
response
Coward
to that
of the
guy.
County?
His son called a month
Come
or
back
so
with
ago
Coward of the
and
County.
tried to get this handled. I reached out to XL. I told his son what XL was saying about their issue.
Do you go
and
with
now
XL?
he has his dad call in.
Do you go with XL?
Absolutely. I totally
Really?
trust Mark's
On or
stuff.
about we secured...
What was the deal? Do you
I
remember?
emailed it to you. Yeah, he says they damaged his sewer line.
We
and
never
so,
did the work at the time.
Right. I mean, it's a good explanation. So.
So he never did the work.
They were never out there when he's saying. I think that's what the email says. It's been a while.
Get him on.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK. Okay, Leo is back. Leo complained about XL Energy destroying his sewer line and then claiming they were never out there And then he says they have photographs. Do you have photographs of the trucks digging, of the equipment digging?
That's what I'm getting from my neighbor. I also have the reference number.
Because here's what it says. I want to read this completely because Excel responded.
Okay.
They said to us that January 21st, 2019, they secured a locate to do the work in the street and the 2700 block of your street where this gentleman lives. A locate, for refresher, is what one does in concert with the Colorado 811 to mark all underground utilities before excavation work. Usually, you do this 72 hours in advance. Now, we never did the actual work at the time on January 22nd. They had the locate January 21st, never did it on January 22nd due to weather, which we can look up. However, the streets were clearly marked with the locates showing Excel Energy.
Perfect.
They disappear over time. The customer claims we damaged his sewer lines on January 22nd. He claims his sewer line went bad on or about this date. We were never there on those dates. Now listen, so when did your sewer line go bad? What date?
You know, I was out of town, so I found out about the 1st of March because my son came over.
No, now it's the 1st of March. You said it was January 22nd?
No.
Okay, so let's say it's the 1st of March, right?
No. On the street, the markings.
When did your sewer line go bad?
When I noticed it went bad was March the 1st.
March the 1st.
Yes, because I wasn't home.
Now they said we later relocated underground utilities in the same area February 8th, and we did perform the work, directional boring equipment, on the street on February 16th. Okay. At no time of doing the work on February 16th was there any evidence of a sewer line in the area damaged by Excel. We tend to be very careful, blah, blah, blah. We have a contractor sewer repair company on standby when we know we have damaged something. Customer filed the claim April 2nd. Okay. Now, but hold on. His timeline, this customer's timeline, falls in line with their timeline. They did the work. They're hanging their hat. See, I don't like this. Excel Energy is hanging their hat on January 22nd. He doesn't know when they did the damage. He just knows when he reported it. He doesn't know. Why would you know if my drain is backing up or my drain is having a problem? Why would I know the date that happened? I don't know. Why would you hold me to that? I think if you want to know the truth, this sounds like Excel is trying to trick him by saying, aha, we didn't do it on the 22nd. We really did it in February. And he said he didn't notice it till March, and by God, he didn't even file a claim till April 2nd, and guess what? They even acknowledge he filed it April 2nd. So it could very well be after they did the work. I don't understand what the hell Excel Energy is trying to say here. It sounds like they're being duplicitous. Now, it says, here are the problems with his claim, okay? And if he can adequately address any of these issues, we can work toward a different outcome. First, he had the wrong date. That's bullcrap, the wrong date. When you filed your complaint April 2nd, did you put down the date January 22nd?
That's the date that was on the printed on the street where they did
That's exactly what I would do.
They filed the complaint for January 22nd,
but
Tom.
He filed it April 2nd. Here's what I would do. If my drain went bad and they asked me when it went bad, I would have done the same thing. I would have gone back to the time that I thought they did the work. So what if I'm off? It doesn't matter. He filed it April 2nd. That's like saying, wait a minute, you got to tell us exactly when you did it. That's BS. You have to tell us exactly when we did it. So, Suzanne, what you're saying is because he didn't guess the right date they did it, then he's wrong. He went back to when he remembered seeing the markings on the street, and I would have too. What the hell's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know what any of it matters if they have video of it.
Yeah, they were on the street, they did do repairs, and his sewer line is broken. And they're saying we didn't do it.
Why don't you just send them the video your neighbors got?
It doesn't matter, Mark. They admit they were there, and they were there before he made the complaint. What Mark Stutz is saying here is that he didn't pinpoint when they did the damage. For God's sakes, how the hell is he supposed to? He was out of town. He doesn't know when he dug up the street. He complained April 2nd, and by God, he should be able to get it fixed. I don't think it's coincidence that his sewer line happened to break in the exact spot on April 2nd. Okay, so here's what's happening. They're saying because in his complaint, he said they did it on January 22nd, they really did it February 15th. He was wrong. Of course he's wrong.
But that's just one of the things they're saying there.
Okay, what's the other things? Let's go through it. Second, there is no evidence to indicate that the two events were related. Again, still the stupid date. And then the third, customer did not provide any evidence, photos, or anything. It's covered up. Why, of course he didn't. You know what? Excel Energy sucks. Mark Stutz, I'm ashamed of him. I've known him for 30 years. This sucks. And they're a bunch of crooks. You know they damaged his line. They damn well know it, and we should sue them. You know what? I'm going to help you with an attorney. If you've gotten a letter from the IRS or state...
Bullshit us because we like Mark. That's bullshit. I want Mark Stutz' fucking email.
I think it's right on here.
I mean, that guy does
underground boring. How does
They're trying to trick this son of a bitch.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Evidence. What's fucking evidence? What is the guy going to do now?
They were the only ones out there.
First of all, keep the consumer on.
Professional report, photos, anything.
But here's the deal. What is he supposed to dig it up now? Now he has to show proof?
Customer speculates that the line may have been damaged by crews repacking the soil or pavement in the area.
So he doesn't fucking know the reason. I wouldn't know either.
He's not an expert in that.
I know it. That's the thing. They're treating this guy like he's supposed to be an expert. Yeah. Mark, what would you do if fucking coincidentally, 2 weeks after they did work...
Listen to this part. Customer claims he did his own repair work on his specific amount of...
Well, he should have taken fucking photos when he opened it up.
He did his own repair work.
He did his own repair work on the sewer line. Like, how the fuck did he dig up the street?
Now that's what I want to know.
No.
Keep him on there.
When he say his own repair, I'm sure he had someone do it.
Right.
But they
that's not what he's saying.
They should.
He said it was going to be $8,000 if they dug up the street, or $16,000 from something like that. From the house.
If work had been done by certified person, we would have paid the labor costs. They're saying.
Excel's saying that they would have paid that if...
Customer asked for a specific amount of compensation, including his labor cost, but did not provide an invoice or any evidence of the actual cost. Right now, we have no real facts on the extent of the damage, how it might have occurred, and how much it cost to repair it.
Well,
that is weird. How do you fix your own fucking sewer line?
Okay. He must have got a backhoe out there and dug it up.
Dug a line.
Jesus, like, wouldn't you pull permits and shit? I mean, does the city let you do that?
Good point.
Especially to connect to...
Yeah.
To connect
right to the main sewer line.
Yeah.
That part is weird.
Unless he did a pipe burst through there. But can you do a pipe burst on a crushed line?
I don't know about this. Here's the address. I'm going to look at it. I want to see what this looks like. Look at that raccoon dog, man. They're running around some English village. Tell me that's not a wild-looking animal.
It's not a raccoon.
Well, they call it a raccoon dog.
It looks like a poodle.
A raccoon dog. They actually call them the raccoon dogs are potentially dangerous.
Yeah, as far as the background.
Because they're not domesticated. God, that is one ugly. See, that looks just like a raccoon there.
That does not. The other one looks like a poodle.
Half poodle, half raccoon.
Does it?
Hey, you know, the Chinese are doing all kinds of shit with DNA.
It's a jackalope.
Ah, or a snipe.
You can always change the color.
Okay, here we go. Let's look.
Do that?
go out hunting for snipes. I was an Indian guide, not a Boy Scout. Boy Scouts hunted for snipes. We hunted Boy Scouts.
I was in the military. That was a big thing going on. Yeah, snipes.
How long did it take you to realize you're not going to find one?
So he's saying he had it repaired?
No, he's saying he repaired it.
XL is saying he repaired it.
XL is saying that he
was. So we'll have to ask him.
Just see if Mark will come on and talk about it.
Yeah, ask Mark if he'll come on and talk.
That's the weirdest part about this. He claims he did his own repair work on the sewer line. He's almost alluding to like, yeah, okay, so maybe something happened, but...
I will, but in fairness to Mark, I didn't know that they had filed that claim at the end of March, beginning of April. All I know is they said Excel ruined it January 22nd, so to me, the caller has a responsibility to... I didn't know the guy was out of town.
But the caller doesn't know. He doesn't know. I would do the same thing. Well, let's see, when did I see those markings?
How is Mark supposed to know? I didn't even know.
Well, no, but Mark is trying to trick the guy, too.
I didn't think it was trickery, Tom. I don't... at all.
I think it's weird the guy wants he did his own work. I fucking find that crazy.
There was a lot of weird things about it. Tom,
well, but here's the thing. Is the price more than they would have paid someone else? They did the fucking damage.
Tom,
why wouldn't he take pictures while he's doing it?
Well, I'm going to find out.
Exactly.
Yes. You're right.
Tom, I have Frank Duran on 6 for his live.
Okay. And where is the video? Wasn't there supposed to be some video?
He said his neighbor took video of him digging there. I think
they're not even denying they did the work. Yeah. They said they didn't do the work on that exact day, those assholes.
No, I thought they had a video.
The guy was out of town for a month.
He was after that.
I don't have a letter. Forward it to me so I can read it.
I believe this is from Mark. I assume so.
But what I took is what Mark was saying is that the guy said his line was ruined on the 22nd, but we weren't even out there till February.
That's what he's saying.
I know, but if the guy said my line was ruined in January and they weren't in there till February, what would you say?
Yeah, here's the deal. He put the complaint in April.
I understand.
They asked when was damage done. He's thinking back before he left town. They marked the street in fucking January. He didn't know they didn't do it. So fuck that. That's a fucking trick.
Well,
that's a trick. Why should he know? Okay, your fucking phone line goes out. They ask you when did it go out. You don't know when the fuck it went out. You have no idea when it went out.
I know. Well, I haven't read the letter.
I mean, this is such bullshit. They're holding this guy to a date because he saw the street marked up. They're not denying they weren't there.
And he should have said when he...
I think it comes down to the last sentence here, because they actually say in this letter they'd pay it if he had an invoice from somebody that, is supposed to work on it. It's what it says.
And so who gives a shit if he fixed it and went away?
I think what they're saying is, we don't know what this guy did to fix it. He might have just had it cleaned out and is trying to charge us $5,000 or something.
Well, we'll find out.
Because he literally says, if work had been done by certified person, we would pay the labor claim.
Yeah, we gotta find out how he fixed it.
To me, they are acknowledging they probably did it.
Or do a pipe burst.
Right, and now that it's been done, but it wasn't through them, that's their way out.
Take out a big sewer.
That is that. I don't. Yeah. You must live in the country or something. Because you would have to dig up a sidewalk while it must damn sidewalk curb.
Curb, street.
He says also when they do anything like this, they have a sewer company on standby in case they do fuck something up. But
how do they? But how do
if they did die,
how would you know it?
Yeah, that's right. How would they know?
Especially if the guy wasn't there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I sent you Mark's text email, by the way.
Yeah, I got it. I was reading all these.
Or you need to know.
How you doing?
Do you mind getting
diminished value?
I get you another water. Hang on a minute.
It's not just a card. You can have diminished value on everything. For example, if I rip this piece of paper, I have diminished the value of this piece of paper.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the only show.
Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe. This hour brought to you by Trenner Law, who will help you protect your idea. Copyright, trademark, maybe whatever you need. Trademark, copyright, or you want an invention, a patent, search. Do it with him. Don't go to some nameless, faceless place on the internet. Trenner Law. Find him on my referral list, 720-221-3708, 720-221-3708. Mark Trenner. You can trust him. We're talking about the sewer thing, and then I invite your responses. We also have the Hormone Bros with us, thehormonebros.com. They're revitalized health. Now, this is what bothers me, okay? Leo, I want to lay this out to you. It's the same exact thing would happen to me. Leo notices they marked up the street in January with Excel markings saying they're going to dig up the street. Okay. Come March, he has a problem with his sewer. He had gone out of town. He did not realize that they didn't work on the street in January. Instead, they postponed it till February due to weather. He didn't know that. He was out of town. He gets back to town in March, has sewer trouble, reports it April 1st. In his report to Excel, they ask him, when did the damage take place? Well, he's thinking back January, because that's when he saw the street marked up, and then he left out of town. Okay, so they say, ha-ha! Ha-ha! We don't have to pay you! Ha-ha! Because we didn't do the work till February, and you said it was done in January. Ha-ha! We got you. That's the BS they're giving you. That's the trickery that Excel is doing, in my opinion. Then they're saying he didn't have a Now, this is the part where I think they have some justification. They said he didn't show us any evidence. Well, certainly, Leo, when you noticed you had a problem, why wouldn't you take a photograph? You said you took photographs of everything else. Leo, why didn't you take a photograph of the damage of your sewer line? You discovered the sewer was bad in March. You made a complaint in April. When was it fixed?
It still hasn't been fixed. Plumb Line Service came out and scoped it. They're the ones that told me that there was a problem out there. I was still in Florida.
So it was never fixed. It was never fixed.
It hasn't been fixed yet. It's $15,000.
Okay, that's another. Hold on. So that's another lie they're telling us. Excel said you fixed it, and we're demanding money. So that's a lie? Excel is lying to us again. So they're lying to us. Are you sure? They told us flat out that where
customer claims he did his own repair work on his sewer line. We have no idea if he's certified, and our claims process does not honor personal labor.
Now, why are they saying did your son say he did the work? Did someone say they repaired it?
No, we call Plumb Line Services. They're the ones that scoped it. They're the ones that did all the work, and they gave us a bid to do the work.
Now, by the way, I just want to tell you something. They are not required to replace the entire line. They're only required to make the repair.
Exactly.
Well, $15,000 is not that repair.
Well, $7,000 or $8,000 is out front. I'll tell you what the Plumb Line told me. So I says, okay, I don't know what it entails or nothing. Again, I'm blind, so I'm not sure. I just listened. They tell me, they gave me a price, and they said that's what the deal was. So they even were going to get me a loan with the company to pay for the thing. Okay, so Plumb Line Services went out there. So how does Mark Stutz get off saying that the customer is demanding that he be paid directly for the repairs when he says he just wants a contractor there to fix it?
He's saying he's saying he asked for a specific amount of compensation.
Are you sure?
I'd love to see a copy of this claim, Tom, that was filed.
Are you sure, Leo? Are you sure you never asked for any money?
No, because like I said, Plumb Line is the one that was going to do the work.
Did your son?
Tom, we made a claim. We made a claim.
How much? Okay, I want to talk to your son. I want to talk to your son.
He's right here. Hold on.
Hey, Tom, this is Jeremy.
Jeremiah. Jeremiah.
I'm here.
Jeremiah, did you claim you were doing your own sewer work?
No, so Excel, my dad finally got to the right person to get to claims.
Yes.
For Excel, because they don't say
Okay,
claims.
keep going. And why are they saying?
They sent us a thing, and then I filled it out because it says, what are the estimated costs?
And what did you say?
I said, I don't know. I guessed whatever my dad told me. He said about $8,000.
Okay, so you never claimed you were going to do the work?
No, never. I'm not even certified. Like,
okay, so here's the deal. So Mark is sending us a bunch of lies. I am ashamed of him. I swear to God, Excel Energy has descended to the depths of hell. These people are telling us crap that isn't even happening. I cannot believe this place. I can't believe that a giant utility is going to balk over fixing damages because they tricked them. Aha! He didn't get us the exact date. Ha-ha! And he's not certified. How many homeowners are certified, Mark Stutz? I cannot believe this guy. I just can't believe it. Can you get Mark Stutz on the phone? He is a public representative of this big company that serves us. He should get his ass on the line.
There's got to be more to this.
Well, guess what? I'm trying to get the other side of the story, but you see how convenient, Mark? He's not talking to us. He just sent us an email that can't be refuted, except it is being refuted. He's using trickery. First of all, when you put a damage claim in, how dare they try to keep you to a specific date? You don't always know the date something happened. Like if somebody did damage to your phone line, your cable, an underground utility, you try to estimate based on the best of your ability. And the best of your ability says, let's see, they marked up the street in January. That must have been when it was. Aha! It was February. I mean, Jesus, think about that. And then they're saying they're not going to fix it because he's not certified. Well, he's admitting he's not certified. He says they haven't taken photographs because the damn thing hasn't even been dug up yet. So, Mark Stutz, this email must be for someone else's problem because it's not for this one. Do they even live on South Zurich Court? Is this the right address? Leo, do you live on South Zurich Court?
Yes. And Tom, here's the thing: is like where they made the cuts into the street. Now it's a sinkhole, so that's called erosion.
Yeah, that's called incompetence. That's called Excel Energy, and they should even have the name Excel. It should be D-Cell Energy. And I'm telling you, I'm sick and tired of these giant utilities stomping on people. I'm sick and tired of it, and we're not going to let it happen. You know what? I'm sorry, we're not going to let it happen. So I want to know specifically, Mark Stutz, how he reacts to this, that they never once asked for any. Here's what they said. There have been no repairs. It hasn't been dug up yet. They simply made a claim. And he's denying it. Aha! We tricked you. It's in February. It wasn't in January. And how would this guy know? How the hell can he write this letter with a straight face? How the hell can he do it? I'm getting sick and tired. You know what? He's a sellout, and I'll tell you why. Because he went to work for a giant utility, and it's no longer what it used to be. It isn't. They have so many states, they don't even fricking know about you. But they do supply power. But I'm going to tell you something. Just like it happened to the newspapers, just like it happened to giant department stores and Amazon came along, someday soon there will be technology where you won't have to get your energy from one company. I swear to God it's coming. And when it does, there will be a mass exodus from Excel Energy, and there well should be. We have more coming right up. I want to talk to Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. Frank, you're a breath of fresh air. Let's talk about someone who actually is ethical and someone who can give you the truth all the time. What I want to know right now is the current state of our real estate market. Is it still on fire?
Good afternoon, my friends. I have to tell you, it is amazingly on fire. In fact, I'll tell you what,
Well, people predicted a slowdown.
Well, I think they predicted wrong, Tom. I tell you.
Wow.
We've put, I'm not kidding you, my team and I have put over 25 homes under contract or sold within the last 8 weeks alone. We're moving them. We're getting great prices. And on the buyer's side, even, we're negotiating great deals for our buyers.
On both sides. So what are you offering people?
Well, I'll tell you what, for our sellers, we always offer a free market analysis. And if you're buying a property, we will sit with you and give you a free buyer consultation, even if you decide that you're not ready to buy or sell right now.
And you never hold people to a long-term contract anyway. And this market evaluation, it's a real deal. It's not just looking online, is it?
We do it all the time, my friend. And I'll tell you something, too. If somebody hired us, we send in a cleaning crew, a virtual tour crew. The next day they change their mind, we don't hold you to a contract. We want to work for your business every single day.
Frank Duran is the best. The Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. Some slow spots.
Well, I think they did put a price down based on plumb line.
No, I know, but it actually asked for what happened. It asked for a lot of stuff. I'd like to see the claim form.
Yeah. Bottom line is if it's still not fixed, they can scope it and see that.
They said they did scope it. I'd love to know what Plumline says about it.
But with Excel, they can see that it's still not fixed. And so
well, they can if there's a tree root through it.
Yeah, that defeats that whole statement
I don't
of
think
it
it's
being
lying. I think
fixed.
it's confusion.
Yeah.
Well, what I can't understand for the life of me is why he's saying this guy did it himself.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the part
that's
that...
why you say you do got to look at the claim.
Out of all things, that's the most outrageous thing.
I think it may have been like he filled out that claim form.
Egregious?
This is what it would be.
Preposterous!
This is what it would be to do it myself. I think that's the confusion.
See if they have the claim, babe.
Fix It 24/7 is the company you should call for your plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains. And if you have a problem, they'll find that problem for just $39, no matter what it is. And when they find it, they apply the $39 if you have the repairs done, and you'll never have a better work ethic, better products, and a better value ever. It's just like that. Now, also for $39, you can do inspections and cleaning of your HVAC system, your furnace. Of course, I had them do mine. I had them do my electrical system as well. I had them do my electrical plumbing system, and electrical, and HVAC, and air conditioning as well. Why? Because I moved into the house. What a great deal. $39 for each system, and they do a great job. They spend a lot of time. You know why? They want to be your company. Fix It 24/7. The website, fixmyhome.com, and the number is 720-526-3939. Ha-ha, we tricked you.
Hi, God, usually I'm the real bad guy, man. I just don't...
No, this is bullshit.
You think? I don't know this guy like you do.
You know what? He's a good guy.
You know, his first thing, though, if you read... How the fuck is it? Right here. The first thing, though, listen, he says, listen, just take this, let's just take him at his word here. Here are the problems with his claim. And if he can adequately address any of these issues, perhaps we can work towards a different outcome.
Right, but if it's still optimized within that normal range of 300 to 11, if we get that 1,000 trim, it's still better off, but it's still in a normal value. So yeah, I guess it just depends on their regulations.
God, I want to see this claim sheet.
Or not.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't send that just in 58 years old and doing powerlifting.
Yeah.
Who's that?
This guy is asking, will the pellets screw up because they take drug tests?
It would cause his levels to be too high to fail the test.
Well, I thought some of the testosterone was...
I mean, it's bioidentical, so I mean, it's not like if they were to test.
So like an NFL player can take all they want of testosterone?
Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center is the place that has really done such a remarkable job for me. They help me with my tinnitus. They can help you too. They can help you because they have the latest research in doing away with tinnitus and helping your brain forget the noise, believe it or not. And they can also do hearing loss problems. They have hearing devices, hearing aids. Now, the greatest part, you get to try out anything before you actually buy it. There's a test period, a trial period for the Syncra tinnitus treatment, which has so far eradicated tinnitus for many people. There's also a test drive you get on hearing aids. They have the new digital hearing aids that you can control with your smartphone. You don't have to carry around a separate control anymore. That's Colorado Tinnitus and Hearing Center. I love these people, Dr. Patty, Dr. Lisa, Dr. Dagmar. Great people, great services. great value. They're at Hamden and Clarkson, 303-534-0163, helpforringing.com.
This one's blank. This is what they sent him? Yeah, ask him, tell him we want the one he sent in. I mean, we can print this out. That's weird.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I am so baffled by this sewer system. But anyway, we got some stuff to talk about with the Hormone Bros as well while we research this with Excel Energy. Meanwhile, if you have any problems, questions, or complaints, give us a call. 303-713-TALK. We have lines wide open. You can get right through. 303-713-8255. Okay? 303-713-TALK. What is going on in your life today, and how can we help you? That's what we ask each and every day, so I'm asking you that. Now, let's talk to our guys at the Hormone Bros for some email. Let me grab some of these emails. All right, they want to know about, where was this, doggone it, we talked about, are there any supplements to stimulate collagen? We always talk about stimulating collagen. Is there anything you can do for yourself? Any massages, any supplements, any foods that would help your collagen stay where it is or maybe grow more?
You know, I mean, ultimately not really. I mean, there are collagen supplements. There's bone collagen. There's all these different things that you can take. But
is it a lie, though, that the stuff you put on your face, it doesn't?
All the topical stuff, it's going to work. It's just not as effective as anything.
How does it work?
Well, no, the topicals are more just a hyaluronic acid, so it's going to be more just hydrating your skin. But as for the collagen, the supplements that you take, it's not specific to your face. If you take it, and let's say your body needed collagen, somewhere else, your body's going to use it wherever it wants. So it's not, if you're looking to build collagen in your face and taking a supplement, it may not be all that effective. Plus, you have to metabolize and that whole process. The best way is through the CIT, collagen induction therapy. It's through trauma. Just like if you were to go and get a cut or a scrape, your body's natural repair process is going to repair.
So that's what microneedling.
Microneedling and the threads and all of that. Yeah, it's specific to the area that you're treating.
Okay, so the quick answer is
yes.
You can't really take a supplement that's going to grow it.
It's not going to hurt. It's only going to help you as far as that goes, but it's not going to directly affect the area of your concern the way
that you may want it to.
The way, yeah.
All right, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. What do you think is going on, Mark?
Well, I find this so baffling. So they said this is what we sent in this claim form.
Let me see
the claim form's blank. I found this online, and we're talking about the Excel deal. Now they're saying that they don't remember filling this out, but everything I just read about Excel says this is the first thing you do to do a claim is fill this out. But they're saying they never filled this out. So I don't know where any information on this ever went to. I don't even know how Mark in Excel has any information.
Mark should be able to discuss this. Did you ask him to come on the air, Suzanne? Or is he hiding? Because you know why? Because Excel has no excuse for denying this claim. No excuse whatsoever.
Well, if they didn't fill out the claim
number's
form.
At the bottom of his email, Suzanne, that he sent us. Okay? Thanks. 303-713-TALK. I want to know what you guys think. Anyway, Danny, what's your problem? And we have lines wide open, 303-713-TALK. I'll get right to you. Danny, what's happening?
Hey, man, how's it going?
Good. What's happening with you?
I'm in a work truck right now up in the mountains going through Denver. Hopefully don't lose each other.
Is it beautiful?
Man, I've never seen anything like this before.
So what's going on, man?
My wife and my two babies, we just moved here from Florida, had everything lined up. About a killer deal, it seemed like, in the mountains, $1,000 cabin a month, $1,000 a month cabin.
What do you do for a living, Danny? Whoops. I hope I don't lose him, did I?
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
here.
Yeah, you're in and out though. But what do you do for a living?
I work for Colorado Seamless Gutters.
Oh, okay. So you moved from Florida, and what happened with your rental?
The rental, she basically let us know right when it was time to sign the lease that there may or may not be lead paint in the house.
Well, okay, listen. Don't let that scare you too much. I mean, lead paint only does damage if you eat it, ingest it, or if it's disturbed and gets into the air. But if it's not, you can paint over it. You can do a number of things. You can get a licensed contractor to deal with it. I mean, why does that bother you so much?
I have a 2-month-old that...
No, I understand that, but you can do a quick air test or something. But in order for... Go ahead.
We did a test. We had her do the test a few days after staying in it. And the whole house inside and out got lead. The water ended up having E. coli in it.
So hold on. How were the lead parts per million excessive?
The test that she did revealed that there was, it just showed up right away, I guess is the best way I know how to put it.
Well, but hold on, Danny. I mean, I don't want to cause you an alarm, but I don't want you to be in a health risk either. I mean, the test has to tell you parts per million for it to be any good, not that it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lead all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, how bad is it? Is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad. There's wood-burning stoves in the house, 3 of them.
There's what?
Wood-burning stoves in the house, and lead kind of has a combustible property about it.
If it's burned, but the walls aren't going to excrete lead or off-gas lead just because you have a fireplace.
No, she's got wood chips, paint chips coming off the walls and interior and
okay. So hold on. What are you just basically saying you don't want to rent there?
No, we already moved out, and we don't really know what we're going to do at this point. So
okay, you moved out, and is she holding you to a contract or anything?
Well, she's keeping. She prorated the days that we stayed there.
Well, that's not bad. That's nice that she didn't keep the whole thing. So what are you calling about now? You're looking for a rental?
Exactly.
Okay.
Quick.
So who is in? It's you and who else?
My wife and my 2 babies.
How old are your babies?
2 years. Both my boys, 2 years and 5 months.
Okay. So you got a 2-year-old and a 5-month-old. You're looking to rent. Do you have any pets?
I have a 14-year-old 6'10" declawed lazy cat.
Okay, a 14-year-old declawed cat. Okay.
Yeah, fixed.
Now, how much can you afford?
I can probably afford $1,200 a month, $1,500 a month.
Okay, guys, what do we do for this guy? I mean, he's in a bad way.
Put the word out. Definitely a bad way, guys.
Now, you had to do the mountains, right?
Well, yeah,
but
we didn't have to.
Where do you work out of?
We work out of Lafayette.
Okay, so somewhere North Lafayette area, that's going to be easier than the metro area. So you're looking for something north, Lafayette area or not too far. You're looking for around, max $1,500 a month. You're looking someone that'll let you come with the 2 kids, you and your wife.
My boss man is definitely willing to help, So, and I was also told by Jared at Native Foods to call you guys.
Okay.
So he's the store manager. He listens to you all the time.
Right. We'll tell you what. We will put the word out. So anyone in the Lafayette, let's see, what other area would there be? Lafayette?
It doesn't have to be Lafayette, man.
Erie? No, I know, but up north in that area. Is anyone willing to, anybody have anything for rent, please call us. We're going to take Danny's number. We're going to take Danny's information. He's from Florida. Yeah. He just got here. When did you get here, Danny?
2 Saturdays ago.
2 Saturdays, and you've been trying to make it, but this house was totally indoor pollution.
Drink the water there, stuff like that. Yeah, it was just bad.
Oh, yeah, I don't blame you. Okay, so anything, like you said, it doesn't have to be in Lafayette, but within,
It doesn't have to be immaculate either. It's just, you know what I mean?
I understand a reasonable driving distance anywhere, basically North Metro area or Lafayette area or even north of there. Give us a call. You can always call 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466, or give us a call right now, and that number comes through, or 303-713-TALK, and see if we can help out Danny and his young family we're going to get Danny's contact information. You can also write to us, help@troubleshooter.com, and if you want, we'll even do a background check for you if you're thinking about renting to them.
Okay, follow me here, okay? Listen, follow me here.
I got to do this.
They're saying they don't remember.
When was that? What was the date of that where they said that? April.
April 10th.
So they made the claim. So they get back to them right away.
8 days later,
Yeah.
They said they can't send us this because they never filled one out. There's a letter here from Excel acknowledging they just received it. And they don't want to send it to us because I think the kid's lying to the dad. He did put down something about working. I'm making a leap here.
Sure, yeah.
But now that he's saying he doesn't remember, no way.
Who's not remembering?
The kid's not remembering ever filling out this claim application that they sent him. But Excel wrote back to him acknowledging they just received it and they were looking at it.
He's doing some CBDs.
But I think the bottom line is, like I said, whether he's saying they did the work or asking for this much money, the work has not been done.
That's exactly right.
If the work has not been done, it doesn't matter.
The only difference would be if he's not giving any receipts and he's asking for $18,000.
Right, I guess.
And that's what I think the kid did.
Yeah.
And Excel's going, what are you, insane?
Right. So they need to approach
and their way of doing that is just denying the claim.
Just denying the claim. They need to approach it in different
But I'm dying to see this. I want to see their filled out claim. The fact that he won't send it to us is weird.
What's weird is there's two sides to the story.
God, they're crazy apart too.
Right.
We never see two sides to the story.
Oh wait, here is the one they filled out. Oh, look what they put. Look what he put. Just send me the money, $16,000.
You son of a bitch. Oh.
That would have been the best.
Just send
me the money, $16,000.
Yeah.
Look, it's right there.
Just send me the money. End of story. It's nice to get to the bottom of it.
Not sure what happened, but send me a check.
Yeah. It doesn't work. Yeah.
It doesn't work. No, it doesn't work. Who could live with a damaged sewer line that must be not totally cut
Not
off?
totally, or just backs up every once in a while.
Something happened, yeah.
Get a big log, backs up.
Yeah.
It sounds like they
Number
didn't
two,
use
you gotta
that.
go King Soopers.
Go King Soopers.
It sounds like they didn't use flow fill. Seriously.
Okay, guys.
Because he said there's depression. Right.
If you're in pain, if you have an injury, maybe a torn meniscus, an ACL tear, or an MCL tear, or something wrong with your lower back, your shoulders, listen, I've gone on long enough. If you have pain, remember Centeno Schultz. Remember living stem cell therapy. Hey, listen, don't get steroid shots, because if you get a steroid shot, that knocks you out of the ball game for stem cells for a very long time. Now, the thing I like about, of course, Centeno Schultz is that they don't do only stem cells. They have other therapies. There's something called platelet-rich plasma, which is good about 60% of the time. It saves you money. They also have, of course, conventional methods. So if you contact Centeno Schultz for an evaluation, most of your insurances will cover the evaluation. Then you decide what treatment you want. TheStemCellExperts.com, 303-963-9201, and ask about their weekly seminars. TheStemCellExperts.com, 303-963-9201.
Yeah, I didn't end up protesting my taxes here.
You didn't? You couldn't figure out how to do it.
No, I couldn't find any comps that would have lowered my taxes.
I know. Oh, has this ever happened, Tom?
Have you guys?
Have you ever
live in a house or
ever?
How much time do I
just
have?
got the taxes. You know, you could protest your value. Did you protest? Oh.
Have you ever heard of anybody protesting their taxes and it goes up?
No.
Mine would have not only would have went up, the possibility that
God, I would have laughed so hard. That reminds me of something I did, and I ended up screwing myself. Oh, on my Carfax.
The kid has a copy of it. He's going to send it to us. He faxed it to Excel.
Oh, I can't wait to see
But it'll
that.
be a half hour.
I can't wait to see that.
But anyway, I looked at all my comps.
Yeah.
We should.
I couldn't have got it lower.
We should really.
All the comps were that I looked around because I did it through Zillow were higher.
We should literally. I'm not kidding.
Oh yeah, I would have been dumb to do it. Yeah, I would have raised them up.
Right.
Let's I'm going to print out a blank one again. Fill it out, but make it good but not, and then we'll have Suzanne come in and say he just faxed it. But make it pretty good.
Give him
and then we'll give it to him on air to read.
Yeah.
You should have. These are the.
Just send me the money.
We got to make it good, though. Just send me the money.
Send me the money.
16,000. What happened?
I don't know.
It was an eyesight the whole day they were out there.
You wrecked it. What happened? You wrecked it.
They took my parking spot.
You should have seen the one time when Mark got it.
What'd I get him?
On that, he said, what's his name was going to come in and have to do that.
Michael Brown.
Michael Brown.
Oh my God. Dude, he jumped up, said, "You do the show, I'm going to go talk to Tim."
He said Michael Brown, who they had the little spat with, had to come in here at noon in the middle of the show.
And do a commercial.
So
we told him he needed to exit a little early and make sure he's out quick so Michael can get the spot done. I had to chase him down the hall. I started thinking, oh shit. No. Gotcha.
It was a good one, but come on back.
Come on back.
That was funny.
I can't wait to see this, though. That'll be the answer to everything.
On what it actually...
Yep. I agree with him 100%. If they're hanging their hat on a date, they're fucking insane.
Yeah,
but the weird part is the way I read it, Mark's saying basically, listen, they need to send us anything we ask for. They haven't sent us shit and the date's wrong.
And so they're just denying.
And really, why would they use Plumline or someone? They would, if they have their own company standing by, why wouldn't they just send their own company
out?
No. Do it. I thought the homeowners use Plumline.
Yeah, the homeowners.
No, I know the homeowners call Plumline. I'm saying if they have their own vendor that fixes stuff, why not send them out and just fix it?
Yeah. Is there an issue?
Yeah.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK.
Talk 713-8255. Okay, we got some email questions for the Hormone Bros. What do you got, Suzanne?
So Ken says, I'm 58. I participate in powerlifting contests where drug tests are giving. Will the pellets that are injected cause my testosterone levels to be too high and thus fail the drug test?
First of all, the testosterone is... Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, I mean it's bioidentical, but the question would
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, what would it...
It's not prohibited.
It's too high for this competition.
It's natural. It's not natural. Prohibited. I mean, what would they do if a guy has high testosterone, a guy has low testosterone? They don't disqualify you.
Correct.
It's just like with hormone.
Yeah.
I mean,
just
with
need to know if there's regulations in his sport against it or not.
I've never heard of...
There would be.
And it's bioidentical. It's not synthetic.
Yeah, bioidentical means it's not even detectable. In other words, it's detectable as a normal...
As a number.
Yeah, as a number on a normal test. So this test is not for something foreign. It's not a steroid. It's nothing like it.
Absolutely.
So I would say you have to... you optimize your hormones, and it shows up as a hormone.
Yes.
In fact, all hormone therapy should be bioidentical. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Correct.
Now, what about the thyroid? How do you treat thyroid? It's not by pellet.
No, it's not by pellet. Hopefully one day, but they're all oral pills.
Pills.
Yeah.
So do you have people on BioT with the thyroid too?
Absolutely, and there's a lot of people that come in just thinking for the testosterone or estrogen, and we actually start them on the thyroid medication because they either didn't know about it or it's just not been properly managed in the past, and so yes, to answer that, yes, we do.
Hey, just real quick, NFL guys, it says NFL, you cannot take testosterone unless if it's an extraordinary circumstance.
Oh, come on.
That's why I said I think it depends on
it is banned by the NFL.
How do they even know you're
that
taking?
I don't know.
It's not detectable. Because it's bioidentical. It's not like they say, here's how much natural you have and here's how much artificial you have. They wouldn't know.
I just think a lot of guys maybe in that instant don't even consider it because they don't want to ruin their livelihood of playing. But yet,
but
it's not bioidentical. It's not.
Would it enhance their performance? Of course it would, wouldn't it?
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
So why would that be wrong if it's identical, though? I don't understand. I guess...
It's got to be purely on a level of some sort. I mean, I don't know. How much can you take? I mean, if you want to be the best football player, if I took 15 pellets, that would do something, right?
No. Too much would just, it would be counterproductive anyway.
Absolutely.
There's an optimum. Suzanne, did you contact Excel Energy again?
I did. He just emailed me back.
And what did he say?
I asked him for a copy of the claim form, the original one.
Asking him to address the problem. How about coming on and addressing the problem? I mean, his job is media relations. I mean, that's his job. We're media, he's relations. Let's have some media relations live on the air. Okay? I mean, but I think I hear his office, so we have a hidden microphone in his office. Let's see. I think I hear it. Of course, Mikey. Yep. That's the hidden microphone we have in his office trying to address this problem. Okay, that's fine. We'll take it. 303-713-TALK is our number. Another question. You have a second location. This is me. This is not email. Where's your second location for the Hormone Bros?
New location is in Denver, Federal and Mississippi.
Federal and Mississippi. Okay, I'm trying to picture that. Why'd you pick that? That's well, it's pretty far north from where you are now. Because you're at 470 in Ken Carroll.
Yep.
And then we're on Federal and Mississippi. Which corner?
It's on the northwest corner. Yeah.
And is it a storefront? What is it?
Storefront. Yep. Little shopping center.
Revitalize Health. So how are you getting traction over there? I mean, social media. What are you doing?
So continue social media. Radio,
okay, we're going to start adding. I got to put that down on our commercials for.
And we've actually got quite a bit of people from north that have heard the show. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. So when they go on your website, will they see the second location?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
We've
okay.
updated that information.
So that's why. All right. So guys, another thing that people are confused about when it comes to collagen, the thread lift does stimulate collagen. Then what does microneedling do? What is it exactly? What is microneedling? You're not filling it with anything, right?
No, it does the same thing.
It injures. I mean, and believe me, when we say injures, that's a term. Because when you injure something, the cells that go to repair that actually fill your face naturally.
Sure. Yeah. Right. It's just little micro punctures with the,
And how long does microneedling last?
It lasts. I mean, it takes
as long as your collagen is.
It's all about as long as your collagen is there.
So what can we do to preserve collagen? Not to grow it, but to preserve it. Because as we know, there are no supplements that'll grow collagen.
Sunscreens.
Okay, sunscreen. So the sun can kill collagen.
Damage. Yes, sun damage.
Healthy diets, avoiding smoking.
Smoking kills. What really does a number on collagen? What other things? What kinds of foods kill collagen?
It's toxins, and so anything
with sugar.
Sugars is very damaging to your skin. Just like I said, the sun damage. Anything that's toxic to your body is going to damage your skin as well. Aging.
You're just going to age faster, and so if you can help prevent those things, use sunscreen, use facial moisturizers, but other than that, that's about it. You can't fight time.
Right, but you can age. So how often would you need microneedling to keep your face plump?
I mean, you do it every 4 to 6 weeks initially. Initially
to correct problems, but for maintenance.
Yeah, twice a year.
Okay. Now I'm going to take this answer right after the break. But Bryce, what is your question?
Yes, Tom.
Yes.
I'm wondering if the Hormone Bros know about this female track star, and I wish I could remember her name. She was just in the paper the other day. They have banned her from running 800 meters, and she's an Olympic champion because she has too much testosterone.
Oh,
but
really?
But it's all natural, and I'm wondering if they know anything about that. I mean, how is that possible for a female to have too much testosterone?
Let's talk about that. Just hang on, and we'll come right back to it.
This report is sponsored by Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans.
There's a few slow spots
Is
here
it
and there on
actually
the highway.
testosterone or no?
What are you talking about?
Is that what it actually is?
Arm for too much?
No.
No.
Type of testosterone, you're bioidentical. That's what you're asking?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm asking.
I've never heard that term.
Like estrogen is called estradiol.
Estradiol, we use
He's wondering if
testosterone.
is testosterone is called testosterone.
Yeah, it is.
Epitestosterone.
Yeah.
Here's how they check in the NFL. When it comes to elevated testosterone, the NFL will be looking for the ratio between testosterone and epitestosterone, the TE ratio, rather than using carbon blah, 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 blah.
So they're talking about, I think they're talking about free, but...
An isotestosterone.
Yeah, what is that?
It's an endogenous steroid.
Okay, so yeah, they're looking at for your natural...
Let's talk
versus
about
endogenous.
AvenueDentalStudio.com. If you want a new patient special, $59 will get you an exam and x-rays, but also a dental cleaning. Yeah, $59. If your insurance covers those things, then they will add to this visit free whitening. But $59 is a deal. Dr. Kelly and Dr. Jerem want to introduce you to their dental practice. They do general dentistry, they do implants, they do cosmetic dentistry like whitening and veneers. Suzanne is a patient. She loves them. Mark went for a cleaning. AvenueDentalStudio.com, 720-240-4740.
So here, to answer yours, this right here. So the testosterone to epitestosterone is the proportion of testosterone to epitestosterone detected in the urine. The human body creates testosterone and its precursors naturally. Therefore, when testing for anabolic steroid use, it is necessary to distinguish between naturally produced testosterone and that which is the result of taking drugs or supplements.
So that's how they know.
So that's how they
That's
know.
how
If
they'll
you're
know.
doing the bioidentical one,
But it's
it's
bioidentical.
molecularly the same
as what you
your
naturally
own
produce.
testosterone, so it shouldn't be detected.
I mean, I'm not 100% on that, but I would assume that or suspect that you wouldn't be able to test it because it's not an anabolic steroid.
Right.
Can they test how much testosterone your body produces and then compare it to your level?
So no. I mean, a blood test.
There's some way the NFL's doing it.
I'd rather they were filling their ass to see if there's a lump.
Yeah, they were seeing if there's a lump in the ass.
You got a little strong back there?
Buy and build kitchen and bath. That's what they're called now at 560 South Lipan. That's just west of I-25. You take Alameda to Lipan or Lipan and then go south 2 blocks. Buyandbuild.net, still the website. In fact, the old location is open up at 4800 Washington Street because they're liquidating with prices marked down as much as 75% off. That's a liquidation going on till June 14th. But if you go to their new place, by the way, I bought cabinets there, $2,000 and installation. They include installation. You will never find better prices. I'm telling you, they're wonderful. 303-295-6022, buyandbuild.net.
Okay, talk to Mark. He's going to write you back. He said he's never heard one mention of plumb line on this claim until today. Same
really?
with me, Tom.
Have him send us the claim form.
He can't, but the customer will.
He can. Huh?
No, but he says the customer will.
Why won't he come on the phone? Why won't he come on the air?
He said what he said is I'm not addressing this until tomorrow when I can look at everything. He says
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, he says I've not heard of a plumb line being mentioned until today. Didn't know they were involved. He goes, all the guy told us is we compacted the road down wrong and it messed up his line. That's all we were told is what Mark said.
How are they even supposed to know what he did wrong?
And he says if we had more evidence and information, we can reopen this and look at it again.
Good.
But with the information he has, it wasn't
Get the guy
adequate.
back on. Get the consumer back on.
We just got to get that report.
So the recommended dose of this other stuff, where do we get it from? Is it standard or the doctor? Can you tell us what it was?
The cerebralizin?
No,
The melanotan? Yeah. Oh, no, the recommended dose, it's coming from the pharmacy, which they are getting from the A4M, who are the
gurus.
The gurus
what
of
do they say their
peptide
dose is?
therapy. It's 0.15 mLs daily for 2 weeks, or whatever your loading dose is, and then it's 0.25 twice a week.
And it's on that?
It's on. It says
Yes.
it on the bottle. Yep.
I'm Tom Martino.
GenesisTotalExteriors.com. They also do interiors, so siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, decks, kitchens, baths, basements, large and small additions, and improvements of all kinds from someone who's honest. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Okay. Bryce has a question, and Bryce wants to know about this track star. How can she have too much testosterone? It was natural. Why is she banned? What do you think, guys?
Well, I mean, there's, different conditions out there, medical conditions that like PCOS.
Why would they ban someone who naturally has high testosterone? That's really
just because of a
because
disadvantage.
what I read, I am a little bit familiar with it. I just had read something about it, and they were saying that it because of what her levels are, natural or not, it gives her a disadvantage, or she has an advantage over the competition.
Which is unfair to her if it's natural.
So they're saying she just can't participate. That's what it is, man. I mean, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it's a regulation they hold to.
So, Bryce, did you have any comments on it?
Well, the only comment I had is the article the other day said that there was a Swedish judge Swedish judge who had turned this thing around, and now she's going to be allowed to participate.
Oh.
And I hate to bring this up, Tom, but what about the transgendered males that are running as females? Don't they have a hell of an advantage?
I don't know. What about that?
Well, I don't think the Olympics allows that, do they? I don't know.
I don't know, but I know they've been in other big-time meets.
Well, with political correctness happening, you're not going to have male and female distinctions anymore. How could you?
Well,
how
about like powerlifting in the Olympics?
Mark,
you're telling me I can call myself Nancy?
No, I don't know, but how can you? I don't think any of the sports will ever be able to ban women. Why? Why should they?
Not ban them. They just compete against themselves.
I understand that, but that's not the way it's going to be. I mean, look at even the genderless bathrooms. That's just the way it's happening. Now, Leo, you're back with Excel Energy. Now, to fairness to Mark Stutz, even though I had some good joking around with the chickens in the office and all that, here's what I want to say.
Okay.
He said, honest to God, whoever submitted that claim indicated they were doing their own work or something. And you need to show us what you submitted. Because he said, if in fact you were unsure about the date, and if in fact you have a professional analyze this problem, and they say it's crushed, and if, in fact, they can look at some evidence after they, dig it up, because you're going to have it fixed anyway, then they'll reopen this and look at it. And so I know one thing. He doesn't lie. So even though I think they are using trickery to avoid you at first, and I do think they were trying to catch you up, and believe me, every agency in the world does it. They try to get you on something so they don't have to look at it. I just think that he's going to take a fair look at it. But you need to get some evidence, and you need to get me I want to see the form that you guys submitted, and without that claim form, I can't help you. I also would like to find out, to see Plumline's assessment. I want to talk now to Carlos. Carlos, go ahead. What's happening, Carlos? Carlos? Carlos.
Yes.
What's happening, man? What's going on?
Not much. I was just calling to see, does the government give grants through the phone?
No. And in fact, most government grants, calls, and emails are scams. Government grants are not as plentiful as people would have you think. And first of all, for a government grant, let me explain a few things. You never have to pay money to apply, ever.
Yeah. So, I've been getting calls from Washington saying that I was picked through, random people.
And what do they want you to do? That's the secret. What do they want you to do?
So either give them my bank account so they can transfer $9,800 towards my bank account, or go to Walmart or any MoneyGram place.
And do what?
And I don't know. They said I had to stay on the phone with them, and they would go through the process.
Do you have their number?
I do.
Okay, we're going to have some fun, but it's too late right now. Suzanne, would you get this government grant number for tomorrow? We're going to have some fun. And Carlos, can we call you back tomorrow?
Yeah.
I would love to do this. You know, Mark and I did a long, elaborate scam one time on these guys, and it's on YouTube. Oh, my God, it was unbelievable. We had to go to a Walmart. If anyone ever listens to it on Walmart, I mean on YouTube, they will crack up. It was so good. We're going to do something with you tomorrow. Suzanne, let's talk to Carlos and get that government grant number and get him back on. And let's do that, Mark, see what they say. Okay, the HormoneBros.com, Revitalized Health, Revitalize-Health. Just the Hormone Bros, okay? Here's the deal. You have any specials for us, for our listeners?
We do.
All right, let's talk. What?
In fact, we're celebrating our anniversary month this month, so for the entire month we're doing free consultations for BioT, as well as 25% off services such as microneedling, skin.
Will you give 25% off even thread lifts?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Thread lifts.
Okay, 25% off, people, and they have already good prices. So that's a cool one. The HormoneBros.com. Mention Martino. Mention the show. You'll get, well, you don't even have to. It's their sale going on for their anniversary, 25% off of all procedures and free evaluations for BioT and, of course, other hormone optimization things, okay, treatments. I'm Tom Martino. Don't forget thehormonebros.com. And also, for help information and referrals, referralist.com. And save all your problems for me.
Hey, this one guy said, this is interesting as hell, man. Texas, Centerpoint is like Excel. They supply into Texas, and there's 40 other different companies to purchase your electricity. Says it confused the hell out of them moving to Colorado because there's no other choice but one.